let's say me and you fight, right? Let's say me and you fight. You box. You're a good boxer. I got hands too. I'm a good boxer. So me and you, we meet on the street and we are boxing it out. We dodge and we doing all kind of shit like that. But your primary skill is I get to the end of the ring. I'm a boxer. And then halfway through the fight, I'm getting tired of like doing this back and forth with you. I reveal to you that, I do something outside of boxing. Like I do judo and I also do capoeira also. Then it's like, what the fuck? And I just start kicking you.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay,
the point
the
is
stream back up.
is
I
your
just
level.
Let me see.
it's
Yeah,
back up.
it's back up.
Yeah, okay. Is everything situated with
Everything's straight, bro.
Oh, no.
I just had a bad connection.
Yeah.
Okay. As usual.
It's embarrassing. Hey,
don't worry.
so-
This is gonna be the last time. I'm gonna be straight from now. But
Well, yeah, but just quickly, pretty much what I was trying to say is that is your level of skill in judo or in Shanks' case any other ability as strong as Mihawk's level in
yeah,
swordsmanship?
exactly. That's what I wanted
So
to say.
it's unlikely to be the case, and also it seems like Shanks his primary way is actually swordsmanship. King, on the other hand, I don't think that's his primary.
I doubt it. I feel like Shanks used to be, but that sword like when he lose that arm.
But even if my skill wasn't on the same level, right? If me and Pharaoh are boxing, right, and we go at each other, and we're boxing, we're even on the boxing, but then I'm allowed to use my feet on top of boxing him. That gives me an advantage over Pharaoh. It's like the Conor McGregor and
not
Mayweather
necessarily, because it's
situation.
not like you're kicking and punching at the same time. And if you attempt to, what's going to happen? Or I guess in this
But that lets me use the thing. If Pharaoh doesn't know how to sweep somebody, he just punching me out. But I can add sweeping and incorporate. That's why people a lot of times do like a lot of mixed martial arts, because you can add more to
that. That's understandable.
Yeah, but
again, you can do that, but still, I can still defend with swordsmanship. I can still defend.
Yeah, with the sword, it's not going to make any difference just because you can kick or block or punch, just because you stop using that.
Let me ask you this. If y'all watch a boxing match, right? If y'all watch a boxing match, well, let's say like you watch Canelo, right? Canelo's in a ring with somebody, and they boxing, right? You got your money on Canelo because you support him, all kinds of stuff like that, or whatever boxer you might follow, right? You support that person. You think I'm gonna win this match. He's in a boxing match with somebody. They going at it. The nigga kicks him. Y'all not gonna call bullshit and say like, "Yo, that's cheating."
Not necessarily. Well,
it depends. Because
that's a boxing match. Yeah, that's a box. But this is the outside world where there's no rules. You can't. There's no things that limits people from using other things, right?
But Mihawk limited himself because he's
okay.
One with the blade. He limited himself.
Okay, let me use an example, right? If Fujitora and Mihawk fight and they start off with swordsmanship, and Fujitora start dropping medias and pinning the nigga down and doing all type of gravity related shit, and let's say hypothetically he beat Mihawk, would he get the title the world's greatest swordsman?
I think he will.
No,
he wouldn't. He might get it in a world reputation type of thing, but when it comes to the ins and out of it, no. Because it seems like the greatest swordsman is a person that his foundation is honestly the blade itself.
Yeah.
It's like pure sword.
It's like
no, but that's the thing though. So if people know Fujitora as a swordsman, so for example, he was a swordsman before he gained that ability, the gravity ability.
He was
the case. Yeah, so then I absolutely think that Fujitora would be the greatest swordsman. Same thing for Shanks.
If he used the gravity in the middle of the fight with Mihawk, you can't. That's an asterisk.
That's cheating.
No,
you can't call yourself the greatest swordsman.
There might be an asterisk. Well, but there might be an asterisk, but he would still be the greatest swordsman. Same thing with Ray Lee. If Ray Lee were to be Mihawk, he would be the greatest swordsman. Even though Ray Lee is actually a world all around kind of guy as well. Same thing with Roger.
But he wouldn't be the greatest swordsman because if they had a fair fight to where like, okay, look, we only use a hockey and blade, natural born ability. We use a hockey and the blade or something like that, right? And we go at it. Then we can't say definitively if Fujitora is going to beat Mihawk.
Fujitora ain't
World's
fucking Mihawk.
greatest swordsman, you have to duel them in a sword fight.
Okay.
If it's not a sword fight and it involves something else, it's not more a skill of sword.
That's why I say Mihawk title shaky to me, bro. That title very shaky.
Like I can't have a Logia Devil Fruit.
You gotta look at it like this. Niggas will change just boxing. Niggas will change just boxing with swords, bro. Most of the top tiers have a complementary ability with the sword. So Mihawk,
the swords. That's what I'm saying.
Mihawk title funny to me, bro. Even the fact that we never see nobody other than Zoro say they want to be world's greatest swordsman. Oda need to do some work with them.
You have Big Mom with us who has capable swordsman, techniques, right? And is a swordsman to some extent.
Big Mom don't have no swords.
But she's not the world's strongest swordsman. Huh?
Big Mom sword ability like Alon.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a weird thing. This whole subject is just like
Pharaoh.
It is
Pharaoh.
It's because it's not her primary mode of fighting. Right, it's not swordsmanship. Fujitora, it is. So that's why I think Fujitora would.
Pharaoh, you remember when Along take the fucking big shark blade from the wall?
Yeah. I remember that.
And the nigga was, I love Along back, bro. I can watch some of that tomorrow.
Nah, but like the whole swordsman thing, yeah, it's like it's a bit shaky. But I honestly think that you have to be a swordsman to earn the title of greatest swordsman.
Regardless, I don't feel like
100% of your ability comes from your sword ability.
I don't feel like Shanks is a sword. I feel like Shanks is a fighter with a sword.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's a fighter. He may be a fighter with a sword, but it's probably like 90% swords.
You see,
that's pretty much what it is.
You see, even if you look at Ray Lee. Ray Lee ain't come true against Kizaru with no. That nigga kick him. He kicked.
Yes,
but honestly, I
feel like Ray Lee is more of not a swordsman than Shanks.
It's like a free form style of fighting. I don't know if you guys have watched Samurai Champloo Mugen, where he uses the sword and kicks.
That shit. Yep.
I think Shanks is somewhat like that, but a lot of he's also a swordsman.
I feel like
swordsmanship is a huge part of his fighting style. Because if you remember,
like 90% of his abilities.
Yeah, I agree with.
I feel like Shanks
and the fact that you said 90 and not 100 says different.
I still think that 90% is sufficient to grant you the world's strongest sword.
Yeah, you can. If you have 90%, you can still fight the world's strongest.
I feel like Shanks kicks can be on a different level.
That's why I'm saying why Shanks is on a higher levels like that. Because if you have, I don't know if y'all like into the R&B or something like that. Like, okay, so are y'all familiar with the verses battles that be happening with music artists and stuff like that?
Groups. I was an old soul.
So
I only listen to
the most recent verses. The most recent verses was a Mario versus Mario, right? But they had like some undercards underneath that where they had this dude Sammy go up against Ray J, and Sammy was like, "Yo, I'm gonna sing your song as good or better than you, right? It's not my song. I have other stuff that I can do, but I'm gonna do your stuff as good as you can, right?" Which we're not gonna get into that, but it was funny. But the point that I'm trying to say with that is like, yo, if your best ability is one of my abilities, I already got you beat. Like how you said, 90%. I agree with you. I feel like Shanks' primary form of fighting is swordsmanship, but he has some other shit that he also does. So the fact that he can his one version of his fighting can match Mihawk, and he has other shit, he's better.
No, but it goes back to what Anima said earlier. If that other ability that he does have, is it on the same level as the pinnacle of Mihawk's swordsmanship? So even if he does have another ability, can that ability match Mihawk's swordsmanship? Is what I'm talking about.
Because his swordsmanship matches Mihawk's. So Shanks already has one ability.
No, but like it's more so versatility. I think like Shanks, he can probably like swing just as good as Mihawk, but he can also like do things with like bullets, where he can put hacking bullets, or he can use his feet. Like Mihawk.
Like, let's look at
I will say this though.
We have the
I think
Fujitori
Shanks is
example,
stronger
right?
than Mihawk. I'm just putting that out there.
We had the Fujitori example just now, right? To where we said like, if Fujitora is busting out fucking
Brago's in the chat, by the way.
Bro, I don't know.
I don't. Fujitora is busting out. Shout out to Brago DH, man. Fujitora is busting out meteors and gravity and stuff, and we say like, okay, he might not get the title of world's greatest swordsman because he cheated. But let's flip that example, right? What if, I forgot his name, Fujitora, and they either tie or he just barely beats Mihawk, right? They tie or he barely beats Mihawk. So then it's like, oh man, yo, Fujitora, you an ill ass nigga and stuff like that. Oh, this is my gravity power. Wait, you have a devil fruit? Yeah.
Yeah, the devil fruit thing doesn't count. It does not count. I don't feel like it counts.
You cannot ignore that if Fujitora was the same level as Mihawk.
Honestly, bro, I starting to doubt Shanks, bro, because I looking at Mihawk and we talking
as a swordsman, but as an overall fighter.
We talking all this stuff about Shanks being mixed and all this stuff, and I really starting to doubt Shanks because I know the dude can be crazy, but if we look at Mihawk though, Mihawk ain't just have that swordsmanship. This nigga elite at ornaments, observation, one of the best.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
What
observation?
People don't understand. Like, yo, in one of the most recent things, I forget. You know that there's like some chapter details that came after, like the last chapter. It says like black blades are the most elite blades in existence, and it also states that Mihawk's blade, the Yoru, is the strongest of them all.
I'm not saying that.
No, they did say that. Go check it out, bro. I'm not even joking.
They did not say that.
Bro, I did not make that shit up, bro. It's literally in the I forget what it's called. It's like some sort of Road to Laugh Tale, Volume 1. If you read,
Sean be laughing at me because Sean be saying I'll find the sword. I love the sword.
I'll find the paddle. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I'll put it in the Discord. I am not joking. But like black blades, it seems like if you have a black blade and you're top tier, you're a true swordsman.
100%.
No, because you have to look at it like this. Whitebeard have a black blade, bro. 12 grade.
No, Whitebeard did not have.
No, he don't.
Yes, he do.
Yeah. No, he did not.
He have a great blade.
Where?
Wait, he has a 12 blade, but it's not a black blade.
It's a supreme grade, but it's not black.
Apparently, the black blades are the best of all.
Bro,
like
supreme grade is a black blade, bro.
Black blades are homegrown. What? Wait, what? What you say?
Bro, a supreme grade blade, that means that's the best blade in quality blade in One Piece, though.
It is.
Yeah, but
it is.
It then adds on.
Sean is right.
Sean is right.
That's not the same as a black blade.
Black
blades
not
the same as a black blade, Sean.
Yeah, they have a different sort of attachment to them.
Black blades say more about the person wielding the blade.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. The person wielding the blade.
Sure,
that's a plus for Mihawk, honestly. Now look at I posted in the chat. Look at Mihawk's side thing over there. I think it's too small though.
Hold up. You got it in the chat? Oh,
yeah, I see it.
Let me see.
I have two.
Wait, which chat? Discord chat?
Discord chat. General.
Okay.
Is Ryuma's blade supreme or is it just a black?
Great.
No, it's a grade 21.
It's black. It's a grade. Yeah,
grade 21.
Okay. So, question. So, is Ryuma's like of a better quality? Not necessarily like in sword quality, but not quality. Yeah. Not sword quality, but I'm just saying in terms of the essence of what a good sword is and whatnot than Whitebeard's.
No. Well,
so you still think that Whitebeard's it's like a better overall sword, not the quality of the sword, than Ryuma's black blade, which I think we understand that black blade, the process of it.
12 supreme grades.
Yeah, I think the quality is like Whitebeard's thing is more. There's more quality there, but I think the black blade, it adds an extra layer of like quality to it, and it also tells you something about the user. So Mihawk, Whitebeard might have a better quality blade than Ryuma, but Ryuma is a better swords user.
Okay, then the next question. So Zoro's new sword, the Enma, is that one of the supreme grades?
No, that's a 21.
That's a great grade.
Okay, that's a 21. So we don't think that Enma is a better sword than White.
A different tier. It's in a complete different tier.
But okay, then I don't actually. Then it seems like the tiers don't really matter like that. Because I don't think that
Oda hasn't really delved into like how these blades, like why.
Bro, honestly, all this great grade shit.
I just got that reading.
I don't see the benefit. I don't see the benefit of these blades like that.
How?
Bro, ain't nothing different.
Except Enma is the only one. I agree with Sean in a sense where like there doesn't seem to be like a difference. The only exception we've got so far in the series is Enma, in which it has literal like magic properties.
I have an argument to that one, right? I have an argument to that one there. There is a difference between them, right? So that's the whole entire thing. So when you look at what the fuck, in the when was Luffy fighting on Baratheon and shit like that, right? Zoro fought Mihawk. We all know how that worked. Zoro got dog walked. We all know the situation, right? The final move, Zoro's getting ready to use 3,000 World against Mihawk. Runs at the nigga, does his thing. 2 out of 3 swords break. I mean, 2 out of 3 swords break, right? Yeah. The only one that remained was Wado Ichimonji, right? The Queena's blade. The buddy blade, right? Wado Ichimonji was a greater quality than the 2 swords that he had that broke, right?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Also, let's take another step forward. When he was on Thriller Bark, right? Thriller Bark, he still had to get a sword replaced because he got the other sword destroyed because that nigga with the rust powers fucked the shit off, right? Yeah. So he goes on Thriller Bark, he fights Zombie Ryuma, he gets Shishui, right? Shushui, whatever, fuck her, right? He gets the sword. The minute they have to fight against Oars, because it wasn't over yet, they still have to get past Oars and shit to get out. Zoro does one of his 108-pound Phoenix moves in the sides of his pound Phoenix attack. Now that he has Shishui on hand. So it's subtle and somewhat not subtle, but there is a benefit and difference to when you do get a higher grade of sword.
Yeah, I agree, but it's not.
But that's you still have to recognize. You still have to recognize this too, Bruce. All that shit irrelevant with hockey, bro. Because hockey is you could have talked with block blades before hockey, but hockey is bridge the skill gap to me, where it reinforce your sword. So all that shit, I feel like
literally, you are correct. You are correct because that does manifest in the fact that if a person can turn their blade black, then it's their hockey or making their sword a better grade for that one right there. But I'll argue this, right? Because I read the thing with Mihawk and shit. So Mihawk's blade is a supreme grade sword, Yoru, right? Zoro has strong hockey, right? Let's say, just for argument's sake, Zoro gets to Mihawk's level, right? He levels up. He has one sword, and he uses Sandai Kitetsu, right? He uses Sandai Kitetsu as his one sword, and he goes up against Mihawk versus Yoru, right? If Mihawk does his strongest swing, and Zoro does his strongest swing, right? And they're at the same level of swordsmanship and hockey, I would feel like Mihawk would break through Sandai Kitetsu, not because Mihawk has a stronger hockey, not because Mihawk has a stronger swing, he's a better swordsman. It's because those are all equal. The only thing that's not equal is the quality of sword, which would give Mihawk that final edge and he would win the fight against Zoro based off that one default. That's it.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. There's just the quality. That's the only difference between these,
bro.
It's the quality.
My whole thing with great grades. My whole thing with these swords, these great grades and supreme grade swords, I would like a supernatural aspect or power up with these things, like not just shit what I can't quantify as a viewer.
No, that would ruin it.
Enma is already a part of that.
I like Enma,
literally
bro.
The first blade.
I like
blade that
Enma.
can suck someone's heart.
You don't like Enma?
What'd you
No,
say, Sean?
I saying I like Enma, but Enma is the only one where we
like
get
Enma?
To see that how much great grades we'd already had, and none of them shit was special.
I see what you're saying.
White Roger shit. Roger have a supreme grade blade.
Noticeable about it. Whitebeard has the Kitetsu 1.
Yeah.
But you can't really. Oda has to dive more in that, and he definitely had a chance in Wano because he was about to talk about the Black Blades in this arc, but he just why the hell did we skip away from that? Like, what was the point?
Let me ask you a question though. Y'all feel like Blackbeard?
I mean, the next 100 chapters, like
it's still not over.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
what'd you say?
Y'all feel like Blackbeard is the strongest Yonko right now? Like, wait.
Nah, I still think Kaido is stronger than him.
Listen, I think Kaido. I think Kaido's the strongest, but I am afraid of Blackbeard.
No, I am afraid of the dude from a plot standpoint.
Dangerous. He's dangerous. That's the thing, bro.
And that's what I'm thinking about with Sean. What Sean is saying, because like my first gut reaction wants to say Kaido is the strongest, but then I have to look at the position that they placed Blackbeard in the story is making me kind of like, back and forth on it.
And the way we have to look at it too.
Presence, like
we have to look at it like this too. This shonen, bro. So whatever we see can get upgraded in the future. Like Oda have to outdo itself every time.
Wait, can I ask you a question? And maybe I missed it when you asked this question the first time. Are you talking about, do I think Blackbeard is the strongest now, or do I think he will be the strongest?
Okay, let me.
Now, I think strongest.
Y'all got Blackbeard clan all Admirals, right?
Right now, no.
Yes, I do.
With the exception of Kaido, I don't know.
Hey, Akino is up, nigga. Scared. Akino up, Pharaoh shook. Like Akino up, fair and Pharaoh hard.
No. The reason why Blackbeard is like so crazy is because
what do you mean by fair? Wait.
No, I notice every time Pharaoh, like, this nigga's legit scared of Akino, like in any matchup.
That is true.
That's true.
It's granted though. I mean, he's the fleet admiral.
He's on that level though.
But honestly though, with that devil fruit, I don't give a fuck how much devil fruits Blackbeard eat. You can't get hit in your face with magma and the shit and keep getting back up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. That's not. It's like the most dangerous ability out there.
Let me show you a dangerous Akino fruit is. Let me show you a dangerous Akino fruit is.
Oda said that Akino has the highest attack power, didn't
he?
Let me show you how dangerous this fruit is. You could fight Akino for one day. You make one mistake and the shit over, bro. You have to be perfect almost.
Like Shanks.
That's the thing. Like if we put a Kainu in like Kaido's shoes where he was fighting Luffy and Kaido hitting Luffy all these couple of times and whatnot, that's not gonna happen with a Kainu, bro.
Exactly.
No, but
this is why, Sean, you remember this because you fell for the hype. When they were talking about Kaido, talking about he got captured so many times, and no one was able to penetrate his skin. I argue with Sean because Sean was like, "Yo, this dude's ill." So like, I was like, "Sean, what the fuck?" Like, so I can never just shove magma down his throat. Like,
they never actually like no one actually.
But let me Pharaoh, but you still have to recognize too that Kaido was using magma though, right? And he used a big magma dragon.
Yeah, but that's like he did use but that's like a final attack thing. It's not.
But you mean not consistent pressure?
It's not consistent. Yes, it's a final attack. Luffy's doing his final attack. You know, it's not consistent. It's not.
Bro, I love honestly. I have a deep appreciation for Akino, and I stand have a deep appreciation for these niggas. Just get shit done. They just make the story entertaining, bro. Not a bunch of overthinking and analyzing stuff. This shit entertaining. Like with Green Bull. Nigga, just come here, bro. We was begging Fujitora to do something to participate in Dress Roaster. The nigga just was dumb.
Nigga throwing dice.
You understand? This shit deep.
That's because of his morals, like his goals.
Bro,
right? So
Fujitora, as a viewer, I don't care about no morals. I respect them.
No, you don't understand. Fujitora literally did not like Doflamingo. Of course, he's not gonna help him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it.
No, then knock him out. Knock him out.
Wait,
don't let Luffy do it.
Wait, no, but again, you're gonna be in trouble. With the actual.
Bro, honestly, here, right? I think Green Bull would have fucked Doflamingo up in Dress Roaster.
The nigga was wiping out the whole entire country. Kill this nigga.
Again, he is what? He's a Shishibukai. So he has the authority to do that, even though he's wrong, right?
But I don't think he has the authority to do that because guess what? When Luffy whooped his ass, right? Ain't nobody told Fujitora don't arrest him.
Yeah, but I don't think the reason why Flamingo was arrested was because of what he was doing. I think it's because he lost and what he was doing. So it's like the word was already out that.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question because
what I'm saying here is the world thinks that. Oh, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No, let you continue because this can distract from what y'all was saying. I just can save it.
Oh no, I was saying is like he got knocked out. So I was saying if Fujitora was the one to deal with him, it wouldn't be any different from when Luffy dealt with him. It was like, oh, Doflamingo was on some bullshit and Fujitora handled up our business. Like, that's it.
Okay, so
I don't think this is clicked up, but I'll give it to you.
What I was saying, right? I wanted to go on like individual Admiral matchups. And I was thinking if Fujitora could really give any Yonko a problem with his devil fruit. Because that gravity shit don't feel like that would do nothing to these like monsters.
I don't know. It would because it's just we haven't seen the top tier shit, Sean. We haven't seen the top tier shit. Like
he ain't got pissed off. Fujitora ain't been pissed off yet.
Okay,
he hasn't gone.
He's barely just sprinkled it on right now. You know, like he's just kind of.
Yep. It's just the meteors which we know are casual, by the way, because he summons. Which had Sabo shook for a little bit.
No, Sabo was never shook. That's a lie.
No, he wasn't shook, but like he was like, yo, he was feeling that pressure.
Don't disrespect Sabo. That's a lie, bro. Be real though. If you fighting a nigga, right, and you just look in the sky and see a meteor coming down, you don't know this nigga powers. You can sweat for a second because you don't even know what this nigga doing. That's a lie. Cause Sabo even say, bro, I keep dodging. The nigga dodged the media. Nigga say I keep dodging shit. I ain't used to these powers yet. I tired of people disrespecting Sabo, bro. Like I really tired of that shit.
Sabo's strong, bro. Like,
no, Sabo nasty. Sabo probably is the strongest right hand right now, though. Like this nigga just raid the bro.
Maybe
that nigga, bro. Trust me.
It's just that Sabo's has a higher.
Bro, Luffy. I'm saying Luffy Sabo growth rate can be on the same level as Luffy growth rate, But look at the levels this nigga could ascend, bro. This dude ain't even top into that mirror yet, dog. We ain't
Movies
even
for
know.
last.
We don't even know a lot of shit about Sabo fighting style. You understand? The first nigga Oda put Sabo against
Yeah.
is Admirals. Then every encounter we see Sabo against, Admirals, dog. Just Admirals.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So Sabo slander can stop, bro. I just need a
First commander.
Nah, Sabo's that guy. It's just that we need to see more. From what we're seeing in the story, man looks like he got clapped or something. We don't
bro.
know.
I don't know
It's
how
probably
y'all
good though.
Admiral. I don't know how y'all Admiral fanboys sleep at night. Fujitora is the nigga with the bandages.
It's just
No,
how the story is.
no, your boy
No,
Fujitora,
but like he's got a head bandage.
the nigga
No,
bandage, bro. And you gotta look at it
bro,
like this. Okay,
it's only a head
Pharaoh.
bandage.
It ain't just about the bandages. This nigga bandage 7 days after the reverie. That nigga put hands on him. He get hands put on him, bro.
You gotta take into account context. Yeah. You gotta take into account context though. They were protecting Marie-Joie.
Okay, I give them the
in
benefit.
which Sabo and them guys
That's a fair point. That's a fair
No, that's
point.
legitimate
That's a
though.
fair point.
Because I mean, it's fair to a degree. It's only to a degree though, because I don't think Sabo and them were trying to destroy Mary.
No, they weren't trying to destroy it, but they have firepower
but
in which they
like,
might need to use attacks that could destroy Marie-Joie. If you get what I'm saying, they can't use they can't use low tier attacks on the Admirals. It has to be high firepower attacks.
That's a fair point.
We have the almighty people there to help them out.
But no, wait. Not only are they defending, but they're also attacking.
Yeah, but I don't think Sabo.
So you mean to tell me that Luffy could just win the war by attacking them at Marie-Joie?
The whole point is not to let people get up to Marie-Joie's.
Yeah, but also a different thing is I don't think Sabo and them were using attacks like Entei. You know, where like is this huge AoE level.
No, but you still have to recognize. Wait, Animal. You still have to recognize that. You still have to recognize that the base powers of them commanders, like even Molly just moving through the ground and shit like that, that'll fuck the island.
Destructive.
Look up the structure.
Their abilities are just at a base level. It's destructive. Fire. You have some dude that can manipulate the ground, make earthquakes somewhat, right? It's you can't just have a battle without no damages around you, or especially against top tiers like the Admirals, where you have to
agree with
actually use your abilities more.
All right, so Pharaoh, so pretty much let me try to understand what you're saying. So you're saying that if it wasn't at Marie-Joie and it was like, for example, at Punk Hazard, would you say that Fujitora wouldn't be in bandages 7 days after? You pretty much
no, because he would be full offense.
Bro,
I can argue that.
On a Fujitora on full offense, that's scary because nigga could just use medias as a distraction. While you fucking dodging medias, this nigga using horizontal gravity. He doing all type of different shit.
Yeah. Because that's a treasured location. You can't just, have two admirals there and then in the news it says, oh, Marie-Joie got destroyed by 4. It's gonna look bad on the Marines if they don't at least protect what they're supposed to protect. Because you remember, Marineford, the whole point was not to fight the Whitebeard pirates. It was always to protect Marineford and execute Ace. That was one of the main objectives for them.
So if they want to protect Marineford, then why not just execute Ace before Whitebeard gets her?
Well, that's the plot, all that stuff.
That's plot. But on the real,
they could have killed that man right there. I don't know.
On the real though, if Admiral's as good as y'all, I believe the Admiral's dope, right? But even restricted, I don't feel like them Revolutionary Army commanders. This y'all by y'all logic, Pharaoh, because you understand? They should get put in the dirt. They should be on T-shirts now because the way Green Bull handled King and Queen. This nigga didn't even have to use the maximum extent of his powers. He just handled them.
That's true, Sean, but there's multiple things that I feel like there's multiple.
Lindbergh?
Lindbergh and Karasu, dude, we don't know how strong some of these guys are. Let's be honest.
Come on, man.
But
do we really think
they don't really? They don't really come across as
They don't really come across strong, but you never know. You never know with Oda. But
I think I personally,
they're not Admiral level. But
personally, I feel like,
Sean, I wanted to say this though. There's a lot of context, right? I brought up the fact that Fuji and Green Bull were more likely defending while attacking, but we also know that Fujitora, he has a mentality that sort of is like synonymous with what the revolutionaries do.
God.
Remember? No, I'm not, bro. No, I'm not even kidding, bro. Remember when Fujitora and Sabo fought at the end of when they finished their fight at the end of Dressrosa? Two of them came to a conclusion to stop fighting because both of their I guess their missions align or whatever. So there could be more context with Fujitora and Sabo there. I don't know. But again, the whole thing at Marja is sketchy. Plus, we don't know what happened to them dudes. Sabo might have lost an arm when we next see him. He's not responding.
But we ain't going off. We ain't going off assumptions, bro. We looking at Fujitora bandages and what we know happened. All that shit, that's just hearsay. For all we know, Sabo could be clean right now.
If Fujitora is in bandages, Sabo is in a lot worse condition. I'll tell you that straight up.
Not necessarily.
That is true.
Not necessarily.
Bro,
because
I
ain't saying Fujitora obviously strong.
The fact that
Fujitora obviously stronger than Sabo, but you missing
that they couldn't. But the way that it's made, it seems like something happened to them where something bad happened.
Bro, that's the newspaper, bro. The newspaper.
That's the newspaper, but we also have confirmation that Dragon, his people cannot reach him.
I feel like
that's weird. If they cannot reach them, it doesn't mean that they died or anything. But something did happen to them to the point where they're not able to make contact back to Dragon.
I mean, they're just on the run.
I mean, they could be on the run and use Denden Mushi. It's
so they just on the run.
But anyways, I think this is what I think happened. I think Kuma used that flying shit to teleport them out of there because them dudes were about to get clapped.
I doubt it.
I did like.
I doubt it because
I agree
because the time already passed. Enough time already passed where they would already get to their location. I doubt it.
Yeah, but we currently don't know the state of that. The state of that. Like, how long ago has it been since we saw that Dragon panel where he was worried?
Bro, like, certain shit mean
it's been 2 weeks.
Bro, it's certain shit. Pharaoh, okay, look at the newspaper. Look at the newspapers lie so much, bro. Right? We have this big fight in Marjos, but still you don't know Sabo was even there, bro. You would think this shit would cause all type of commotion. You understand? If we look at the Panji, I mean, we didn't see the inner area of Marjos.
Yeah, we didn't see on TVs and shit.
Huh?
I said, it looked like it did cause a lot of commotion. We got Sabo on TVs and shit.
No, but I mean commotion between the royals because these people ain't combat people. These just regular people. So you would think that these people would be flustered a little bit.
A commotion. Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to see the reaction though. To be fair, we didn't get to see the reaction because when Sabo was up there, he was still incognito and stuff like that.
Bro, we saw Shirahoshi though. Shirahoshi's cry for everything, bro. So imagine a fight between admirals and revolutionary commanders. We saw all these kings, most of the kings.
I'm not arguing that she wouldn't react. What I'm saying is we didn't even get to see the reaction because we shifted back to the story of Wano before we got to see Sabo pop off.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, but I can need Pharaoh to stop sleeping on these commanders, bro. Stop sleeping. You in for a rude awakening. Because even if you in for a rude awakening, bro.
The fact that Oda put that what's his name? The giant dude on like, him being like the second strongest after Sabo and the Throne Wars.
This nigga had his devil fruit for over 100 years.
I think that dude is probably like extremely powerful. But he just has a corny design.
Morley?
Morley, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think something
the fact that Monkey D. Dragon didn't go. You understand? Either this nigga scary,
That was weird.
either he's a scary dude, he just have this face
That was
tattoo
weird.
to intimidate dudes, or he believe in his subordinates.
Wait, but we still don't know why they went there. Like exactly why.
That's the thing. We don't. The thing people don't realize is that Kuma was not the initial mission. They just happened to see Kuma there.
Okay, regardless.
Now that Sean just mentioned that shit, and you know what made me mad? And I want to know if y'all got mad too, because I feel like I got trolled. You remember when they were talking about the plan of how we're gonna sneak into Mary and like kind of do our thing, right? And so when we saw Stelly and them going up the little gondola to the red line, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got trolled because when Stelly was up there, he's like, "Man, the wind out here seems unusually rough." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, well, it was storming out.
Sean, you know what's interesting though? What if the Marines, the Marines are not the Marines. The world government is obviously trying to trick Dragon because in the newspapers it's hinted that something bad happened to Sabo, and then Dragon was like, "Yo, we have to confirm this." What if that's their way of luring the revolutionaries into a situation that is not going to be in their favor? Because how is Dragon going to confirm that? He has to go up there, right?
Yeah.
That's the only way.
But I don't think Dragon is like Whitebeard like that. I do think
no, he's not. Yeah, he's not like Whitebeard like that. But
I feel like his goal is much more important than like an individual. I mean, I sorry to say this about Sabo, like an individual subordinate, right? So even though I think that he made
no. Fuck that, bro. You trying to say this nigga don't care? This nigga just care about the mission. You understand?
No.
No, because
maybe I didn't really put it like that, but he kind of does. But it's
even the way
the goal is much bigger than that, though, right?
No, bro.
Niggas like that.
No,
but
even the way
in any malicious way.
I look at the way even Kof them and Kuma and these niggas fuck with Dragon. He ain't got that type of personality. Well, it's fuck these niggas. Let's go beat the world government. I ain't coming to save y'all.
Wait, so let me put it like this though. What I'm saying is that he's not gonna amass this force. No, well, pretty much what I'm saying is that he's not gonna amass this revolutionary force and go to Marijoa.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I agree with.
I agree with that.
I'm trying, but I kind of feel what he's saying because like he did kind of let Kuma kind of like kind of got the shit in the stick.
Exactly. So pretty much what I think he might gather up like a covert force to try to get him out, right? Maybe him personally or people who are also capable as well. So,
but everything about the Revolutionary Army is covert. They ain't like like they ain't just Ocha pulling up on people like that until the end.
That's the whole point. Dragon. Yeah, I agree with that.
But the Revolutionary Army bigger than like what we see. The Revolutionary Army huge. Like they got armies.
They're big. Yeah, they're big fighting force.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're bigger than any Yonko.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, they should be.
They're probably bigger than the Whitebeard.
They got a shitload of products.
I mean, that's like everything.
On the Revolutionary Army, I feel like the Revolutionary Army can be dope, but because you have Koala, bro, they teaching people fishman karate, regular people. So just imagine the amount of styles and shit like they have.
Yeah, I mean, they technically
are interesting. Yeah, they are.
So it's like it's pretty much equivalent to the Marines in a sense. Like pirates aren't.
I see. I almost see like every revolutionary have like this shit can be complete like guerrilla warfare with the Revolutionary Army. Like this ain't gonna be no straight up be fighting Izaru and this shit can be straight. I feel like Molly Devil Fruit, they doing ambushes and shit. They doing crows and shit.
It's not a straight up fight.
Nothing straight up.
I think the only one I think the only one that pulls up in a straight up fight is the man
Dragon.
himself.
Sabo too. Sabo pulling up, bro.
Drag on. Oh yeah, Sabo.
Sabo pulling up.
So in terms of not gonna be a straight up fight, it's probably just gonna be all the other countries, like wherever Luffy was from, not Luffy, where Sabo was from. I forgot the name of that place.
Goa Kingdom.
Yeah, countries like that, or like islands like that, where the Marines
they're like revolting or something.
Exactly. But in terms of where the powers are, they are gonna pull up, right? They are gonna pull up to Marijoa.
No, they obviously have to fight. They can't avoid fighting. But what I saying is, this ain't gonna be no traditional type of fighting. Okay, look at Luffy versus Usopp, for example. Usopp was pulling off tactics, bro, against this nigga. This nigga had all type of.
Never fall like that ever again. Goddamn you.
This dude fight with mostly his brain. You understand what I'm saying? So, against like Morley in terms of fighting, his whole shit could just be staying underground.
Yeah.
Traps.
Doing key things that like lets them get the advantage, like fighting at a key location where it's gonna open up the borders for more people to come in, or some
you sneak in like dudes underground, and you have nukes and shit underground, all type of different things, bro. Sea stone.
Yeah, I agree with the guerrilla warfare thing.
Just pure guerrilla warfare. Even if you look at Bello Betty, bro. Bello Betty devil fruit. All devil fruit is to take shit to a different level, to take the army, to take 10 soldiers and turn them into 100 in terms of their strength.
Yeah.
Bello Betty's fruit is meant for. I don't think it's meant for the revolutionaries. I think it's meant for the regular citizens who aren't a part of the revolutionaries, who just kind of want to fight.
Nah, I believe it's for the revolutionaries, bro. Because.
So you think Bello Betty's fruit, for example, is affecting any, like Luffy, for example?
No. It ain't for the big dogs in the Revolutionary Army. It's for the
it's for the normal level. Yeah, foot soldiers.
Well, but I think that the revolutionaries, they all are trained. Like they're all soldiers. Again, they're like the Marines.
They train. But when you see a nigga head get blow off, your training is go out the window.
Well, I guess maybe. What?
I say when you see Akino blow a nigga head off, all that training is go out the window. Your mental resolve is get tested.
I mean, they pretty much come from places where Akainu might as well just have done that, right? So they come from really tough.
They do have tough backgrounds, slavery, all that shit.
Oh, that devil fruit's so important. That devil fruit important, bro. Because you going up against this insurmountable type of art. Look at White Bear at Marineford. Look how much of them niggas start folding when Akino start that magma rain. He dropping magma on the ice. Bro, your mental resolve in war is everything, bro. Morale is everything. You understand?
Yeah, but again, you're really talking to the revolutionaries. These are the people who are picking the fight, right? So I'm pretty sure they know. There is no denying that.
No, I believe they have the resolve to die. That's what you're saying. These niggas prepared to die.
Yeah, they're prepared to die for sure.
But I feel like our devil fruit ain't just I feel like that is boost power too, bro. It have to. It ain't just to like how you think it is. Some motivational speech. Pick up some wood.
I mean, that's what I thought. I thought it was like a morale boost, where
it is a morale boost, but it also gives you strength.
I don't believe that, because you gotta look at the definition. Bro, Betty
chick was able to beat that 50 million pirate.
Betty might have one of the most dangerous devil fruits in the verse, because if you look at what the definition of hockey is, that's spirit, bro. That's willpower, dog. What she do? What she giving to people? She giving them like the will to fight. So don't be surprised if you see the Revolutionary Army and you see niggas order show well a situation beforehand where they lose, and then she wave a flag and everybody hand turning block and shit like that. Order nowhere. And all the foot soldiers using hockey.
Awakening of hockey on like a mass scale.
On a mass scale. Because she have the highest bounty out of all of them. Out of all the commanders other than Sabo. So
what's her bounty? Like 400 million?
Like 4 something. So she the world government view is more dangerous than all of them
Yeah,
because of power.
probably that devil fruit. Yeah,
Or she just
it's
useless as a commander because I know she can be able to fight, but I don't think she can be like
a fighter.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
she can be able to fight. She can have a martial arts type or something.
You think I was looking at Blackbeard's crew, and we know that he has one more captain that we haven't seen yet.
That's Caribou, bro.
So we
People
think.
saying Caribou.
Yeah, that's
Nah, I think
Caribou.
it's
Because Caribou
that's not Caribou.
Caribou being sitting on that Poseidon information, dog. He didn't have this to give to Kaido, bro. You understand? This shit, and he was talking about he
Yo, if
wanted,
that's Caribou and he has like an alternate personality where
bro.
he, yo, that
You,
would be
bro,
Wow.
you even have to look at um the personality. His personality fit that slimy crew, though.
true.
He's a slime ball.
Yeah, that's too late though.
That's I 100% sure. I'll bet everything that's Caribou.
He's too weak though.
Say he too weak?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Unless I don't know how he's gonna be the one. It might be him, but like Blackbeard recruits relatively strong characters. You know what I mean? That information alone doesn't guarantee him that spot. I feel like, even
Oh
though
yeah.
that's huge knowledge.
Yeah, we were talking about the Luffy, the Straw Hat Pirates being this exceptional crew, but Blackbeard's crew is also this exceptional crew as well. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe actually Caribou would fit that crew. I mean,
He would fit, but he would be like a rock star or some shit. You know?
Yeah, we were talking
no
about
named underling.
Nah, I feel like Caribou will be the majority of the Straw Hats.
I was thinking of Pooh, but like I don't know. Yeah, Pooh definitely fits. He betrays everybody from what we've seen. He wasn't even He wasn't even on Kaido's. He acted as if he was on Kaido's side, but like I could see a Pooh being like a legitimate, you know, um, command like a ship holder for the Blackbeard pirates. But like, it might also be a new person, and I think this person might be covert.
Probably.
Probably reveal it soon, anyways.
It probably has to be someone we know though, right? I don't know if we can.
Not necessarily. It might be a new character.
Like, how many new characters can Oda introduce that are important, like in this show?
Well, he's not going to be important though. It's just gonna be an addition to the Blackbeard pirates.
I got a question.
Or he might be a new character, but he's attached to things that are already known into the story. If that makes sense.
Okay, so some things have happened that he was responsible for, or like
responsible for, or you know, stuff like that, or he knows about he knows about law, or he's met law before, or he fought Kid before, you know, something like that, where he's connected to things that has happened beforehand with other characters. I could see that playing out like that.
Yeah. But I am more interested in the Dragon one. That question that you posed, with does Dragon have anyone like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
Dragon have like one more covert member.
But Como was that dude though. But I feel like
Como was that dude. But like
I feel like Dragon should have someone probably like in CP0 or some shit like that.
The fact that they're so secretive, they have to have someone that is so covert that no one knows about him, you know? That's how I feel like.
You know it'd be funny though? If that nigga is Garp.
Talking about, bro.
No, bro, I just saying because I look at how Garp hate the Celestial Dragons, bro. Right? And nobody will see it coming, dog. Even though he passed his prime.
Yo, him working with his son?
Nah, but I don't
think it's him, bro. I just show no idea. But a strong candidate is the new Admirals. Where these dudes come from?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Fujitora is probably like a strong candidate. Like, if I'm being honest, because the way he is, it won't be too far.
He has I mean, the
Because
thing is, he still believes in justice. It's just
even the
that
way
he doesn't like
Fujitora
how the
come
world
true,
government
Fujitora
operates. Yeah.
disrupt the balance. This nigga come true with a plan. He taking the Shichibukai away from the world government. So that's another power Dragon wouldn't have to worry about coming true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You understand? So
And
actually, to be honest,
and Luffy doing what he did in Wano, defeating two Yonkos, definitely helps Dragon as well, because it puts the Marines in a very tough situation where they have to expand forces and go around
exactly.
and
They
settle
more
deal with
spread out.
it. It's yeah, spreading out their army, and it gives the revolutionaries
Bro,
more
but I honestly though,
advantage to step in.
I little tired of Dragon in general, bro. He have to do some shit. I tired of him
He
benefiting.
has to do. That's why. That's me, Brago, like a lot of us in the community. We just want the dude to do
The
something,
dude have to do
and
some
that's
shit,
why.
bro.
And that's why a
Honestly,
lot of people dropped him out of their top one. It's like, nah, you got to do something before you deserve that spot.
it's put up or shut up time, bro. Because
Yeah, it's not hype
we
no more.
I
You
look at
got
it
to
now,
do it.
bro.
Actuality.
We in the fourth
it
quarter,
puts
bro. Only 10 seconds left on the clock. You have to pull up. You
Yeah,
nah. But what has Shanks done though? What has Shanks done?
Shanks do a lot. Shanks do more than Dragon. At
Shank.
least,
The thing is, he's
What?
moving around. It's low key stuff.
bro.
It's
Okay,
like
wait.
him talking him
Bro,
talking to Celestial Dragon.
dude.
Him being
Wait,
mentioned like by Kaido as the top 5 fighter.
Shanks pull up the
There's still a
Marine
little bit of
Fort.
Shanks, inkling here and there in the story where you can say,
okay.
okay, this guy is doing something.
I'll
Dra-
give you the Kaido. I mean, yeah,
bro,
the Kaido bit, but not
my
Shanks, bro.
my
Because I want.
my faith in Dragon ain't wave at all. But dog, I gotta see. I tired of going to war for this dude, and the dude just sitting down with even Koff in the Kambaka Kingdom. Niggas, his boys at war, and he just chilling. You understand? That's
He's sweating,
selfish.
bro.
He's endgame though. That's the thing.
But
What,
yeah, Sean, he's endgame content. Like the fact that we're going
bro?
to see Dragon at
Hey,
the end,
Pharaoh,
bro,
that's bullshit though. Because
it means a lot.
I
No,
ain't
no,
asking for the dude to actually throw hands. I asking the dude to do
mm,
something. Do something, bro. A speech, something.
I
mm,
mean, he kind of did though inadvertently with Sabo. So it's like his pieces. He's moving the chess pieces like that. At least that's how Odo's trying to portray it. And
that's
especially with the Sabo situation, we know that we're gonna see Dragon more because it pertains to Sabo, one of his strongest fighters. So it's coming pretty much. But it's a lot to the story.
And then I look at who, because CB0 was supposed to be the main antagonist for Dragon them. Like who the fuck for left for Dragon to fight? Like real dog. Who he
Nah,
supposed?
CP0 has never been the main antagonist for
Yeah,
Dragon for me. It's always been the Goro State directly. Always been Goro State.
No,
Not even the Marines, just literally the Goro State.
No, but CP0 is the shield of the Celestial Dragons, and they trying to overthrow the
yeah.
Celestial Dragons. The Marines don't really protect the Celestial Dragons 24/7.
Yeah, but
yeah,
wait,
I see
are we
that.
saying the whole revolutionary, or are we talking about like the main core of
Bro,
Dragon's?
even outside of
The main character.
even from Dragon mode, bro, the nigga mentioned CP0 getting stronger and shit like so. Obviously, even Sabo didn't want smoke really with CP0 and Dressrosa. He was like, let me.
Rob Lucci was on their ass.
Sabo's like, let me.
And even in the movies, they seem to put the Celestial Dragons against the revolutionaries. So I think there's one person there that we're not aware of yet. Because there's no way these guys are like weak and like
Honestly, the only
and
person
people are afraid
who
of
I
them.
feel like worthy, not even these guards say, bro, worthy a dragon, like for me to be like Kong, bro, you have to let the commander in chief fight the
Kong.
commander in chief.
Kong. I
Yeah,
agree.
I think Kong is a fighter.
But after I thought about it some more, I'm like, yo, Sean, right. It's got to be Kong.
It'd have to be Kong. Though that's the only person.
Dude got the mythical son Wukong,
That's the only
the real
person. But the
Luffy.
problem with Kong is Kong facing like the Aki Inu type of syndrome. Aki Inu used to get busy when he could have moved. When he wasn't up in the office. He used to get busy. You understand? Now this nigga doing paperwork. He can't move. You understand? And the fact that I see a lot of people giving Akino credit like he character development, he changed. That nigga's the same person, bro. if someone was running the wheel, huh?
And then also, people give Kong an unfair shake, which makes absolutely no sense because niggas be laughing at Kong like, "Ha, Kong ain't shit." But it's
No,
like,
but
how are people?
my problem with Kong, right, is Oda have time. Oda could have said something, bro. He could have put Kong in the top 5. Who could hurt Kaido or some shit like that? This nigga ain't giving us nothing to work with. I need material. I need content to work with. I don't have
But
nothing, bro.
my argument against that, though, my argument against that is he already gave us material in his title. Like before he was a commander in chief, dude was a former fleet admiral. We already seen what 2 fleet admirals are capable of.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my biggest thing against Kong is that his age. Like he's older than Garp and
Yeah, that's
Shingo.
the thing.
So
I'm not sure if
I
he's
don't
older than them, but he's around their age.
Yeah, but
he's around.
I don't
I
feel
feel
like,
like with him being working for the world government, because he, like I said, when he became commander in chief, he ascended the Marines and he became a direct correspondent for the world government.
bro.
I think that theory of, you know how they be saying like the Gorosei are age,
Yeah,
like when Kong, and this is head, mind you, I'm just making up shit, right? But I feel like for Kong, I see a plot line could be like
bro.
once he got to that level, they kind of gave him that same benefit to where like now he's age.
Oda could do that. He
Yeah,
could go that route. Um,
yeah.
I feel like Kong can have some
Okay.
forbidden fucking Rikushiki. His shit can be different. This nigga, I talking about Shigan. When he do a Shigan, you can feel the earth shake. Like he just point his finger to the ground. They can feel him the earth shake in East Blue. And he can be in the new
I
world.
think he has a devil fruit, by the way.
Oh shit. He can have the earth devil from like the earth Logia or some shit like that.
Nah, Son Wukong, bro. The Kong.
I
King
doubt it, but
Kong.
I
We'll
doubt it,
see,
but
man. Like,
this my
what a
ultimate fan fiction for Shanks, bro. Like I had this idea where this nigga used King's Haki and people feel it all around the world. Like people start to drop, like people in different parts of
Damn,
the world, they start to drop
oh,
to their knees. Real shit.
that's too much.
No, that ain't too
That's
much.
too much.
That ain't too much. You have to
Nah,
hype
now
this,
the whole world is fucking.
bro.
Nah,
No,
bro,
no.
you do understand that's literally like
I saying
Hagi
that
Hagi level, right?
this nigga in the new world, and you have people in the Goa Kingdom, feeling the pressure that King's like, what's going on? Like, who, what, like they lost, they confused, they disoriented. Not like they falling
nah,
out,
that
but
would
they
put
could
the
feel it.
Yonkos to shame, bro. I'm
Hmm?
sorry. That would put the Yonkos to shame, bro.
Bro, you have to, bro.
How much stronger, bro? How much stronger is his hockey compared to like that? Would be insane, bro.
Not how much
Wait,
strong his
wait,
hockey is, it's how
are you
much
talking about
stronger
Shanks
his
or
King's hockey is.
But the thing is, I don't know. It's
wait, you're talking about Shanks, right?
Yeah, Shank.
nah, but
Yeah, I
Oda
don't.
Oda is gonna hype him up, but I don't think he's going to be that skill.
Bro,
It's
Yeah, I
going
don't
to be
think his.
something where
bro,
his conquerors is
I
like
think
y'all joking.
cause them
I
earthquakes.
had an idea with Dragon, right? Where this nigga do like a Rankaku, and the shit travel. It traveled from fucking the East Blue.
I
I
can
mean,
see,
from the New World
I,
to fucking the
I
East
can
Blue.
see, I can see that. I can see that. I've been wanting to see him do that shit because he got the
Yeah,
wind power. The rock
Real
counters a
shit.
wind kick. So
I
like,
taking
oh
this
shit.
shit.
listen.
I taking this shit to
I think
Toriko
Dragon has
level.
Uranus. That's all I'm
Toriko
gonna
level
say.
feats.
I think Dragon's devil fruit is Uranus, but we'll keep it at that.
Pharaoh, stop.
And you would not be wrong for thinking that because I go back and forth every day on that theory.
So,
But
Pharaoh,
so Uranus
on
to
the
be a.
Pharaoh know this nigga in Uranus, but Pharaoh trying to bring a unique perspective.
Nah, what you mean? I noticed you in
Because
Uranus.
you know
wait,
the win
but he
idea.
might not be.
You
He
know
might
the
not
win
be
idea.
wrong.
The win idea being run through like a whole hoe. Like this win idea for the streets. You know what I mean? So you have to bring a unique perspective just to,
No,
to
no, no. Wait. Sean.
yeah, Bruce.
He may not be wrong from this standpoint because one thing that I've always thought about when it comes to the age of weapons, right, is that for the 2 age of weapons that we know of, Luffy has a connection to both of them, which kind of makes sense if he's going to be like the new Joy Boy or the Pirate King or the Savior of the World type of shit. So like for Poseidon, him and Shirihoshi, they're tight with each other, right? They cool, right? Pluton is a ship, but let's be real, the ship is of the maker, right? The maker of the ship or the potential maker of the ship is already his crewmate, Frankie, right? So that's two connections, two personal connections that he has to the ancient weapons. So if I'm looking at that standpoint, I'm looking at the fact of Uranus, like, okay, so if we're going with that theme, what kind of personal connection could he have with Uranus? Then what Pharaoh just said, right? What if Dragon what if Uranus is just devil fruit, right? What if?
Yeah.
It's just some type of devil fruit that Dragon happens to eat. Because we also know, we do not know, but we think that the lightning that hit Buggy on Lodge Sound, right? We think that was Dragon, right?
Bro, that ain't enough, bro. You have Luffy casually throwing down lightning now. Bro, the way I look at
but
it,
he catching that shit. Sean, you gotta remember, when it comes to devil fruits, there's a hierarchy. And from what we've seen in the story, there's certain devil fruits that have monikers attached to them. Law's fruit, the ultimate devil fruit. Luffy's fruit, the most ridiculous power in the world. You have Whitebeard's fruit, the devil fruit that can destroy the world. There has to be a fruit that is the most powerful. There's going to be the highest of the high, in which
isn't that Blackbeard's fruit? Isn't that the darkness fruit?
I think the most evil was.
But even if you look at Pharaoh, even if you look at well, we know what wind powers could do, but if you scale that, that's a top 10 fruit. But you would gonna say that's the strongest devil fruit.
Bro, you don't understand, because the thing about this fruit, Sean, the element exists everywhere. There's no other devil fruit in which its element exists naturally. Like, it obviously exists naturally, but to the point where the dude doesn't need to project himself.
That's like Aquino fighting in magma in a volcano. Like, he's surrounded by his element.
He's surrounded by air at all times, and it exists everywhere.
So we have a natural advantage. He don't even have to produce it from his body.
He don't have to produce his element. He just uses it.
And wait. And then if he's awakened too, because we do think he's awakened, right?
Yeah, like, well, what's gonna happen when he awakens, bro?
For a dragon to be stupid,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Logan,
but you have to understand that if it is the case, what you're saying, then this is like a different level of power, right? We're not just talking about.
Let me ask you a question, though.
It is a different level of power.
You feel like with the wind devil fruit, you feel like with a wind Logia, it would be too much to put that Caesar clown shit in that fruit.
Where he can take out air?
Where he could create a vacuum.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going with that. Like, if he's able to do that, then I don't think any, like, literally TV off all Admirals, including Akini. Like,
Logias have they can manipulate their element to every degree.
And check this, Sean.
But they can't breathe.
You know how you love Kuma, right?
Oh, I love Kuma. It's my favorite character, bro.
You love Kuma, all right?
As a matter of fact,
is him pocketing that air together and blowing that shit up, right?
Yeah.
So who says that Dragon can't do that too?
Compression, air pressure. Even if I look at even if you look at the A-Gates in Naruto, this nigga was using you watch the A-Gates fight against Madara.
Yes, I did.
This dude was using air pressure, bro, and he was cutting
air pressure with the elephant pumps. Yeah.
True shit. So I don't know doubt that fruit can be nasty, but I don't know if it's top one.
I'm pretty sure it is. It has to be limited. I don't think it's going to be that ridiculous.
I think it's top 3.
It don't have to be limited. Why? This ain't. It don't.
Because literally, if it's not limited, it's literally like one of Kaguya's pocket dimensions.
So let me ask you a question. Straight up.
The entire world is his.
Straight up. Would you take?
That would depend on his range.
Would you take the wind devil fruit over the gravity devil fruit? I ain't talking no characters involved. Like, remove Fujitora, remove Dragon. Just knowing what these devil fruits, the base powers for these fruits is.
Wind.
Y'all niggas lying,
Again,
bro.
wait. It depends on the
Wind.
limit. So if dragon has the ability to remove your air around a certain like range, then I'll absolutely take the win. But if
I
it's
can
more
turn my
like
body into air.
Bro,
Come on.
I talking about both powers max though. No cap, nothing.
wait, then if it's no cap, then absolutely gravity, because gravity is
Oh yeah.
much more.
All right. Yeah.
It's
If
not
you
even
say it
close.
like that,
Cause
then
it,
yeah,
it
gravity.
ain't it ain't nothing saying
Gravity is like one of the odd things
Fujitora devil fruit have to
No,
have a cap. That nigga probably don't
no, and
have
by
a
the
cap.
way, no, and wait, and by the way, if there's no cap, Fujitora's is much worse than even Akiyuno, for example.
that nigga create
No,
black
Gravity,
holes.
yeah, absolutely, it's
If
still
there's
no,
no
no.
cap, the strongest devil fruit is Kizaru's.
No, because what you all fail to understand with
nah.
Akino, we
It's actually Fujitora. Actually,
bro,
if we're
No,
going that
because
way,
like
I agree.
light
I
can
agree
move
with
faster than light, which can evade black holes. If you want
bro,
to
we
get
ain't
down
even
to it.
see the full scale. We ain't even see the full scale of Akino and how he really even is fight. Because we saw Akino, this nigga was tunneling and shit. We never see him tunnel in a 1v1 fight. Like, let's say Fujitora used sideways gravity. Akino could just tunnel underneath that shit and be rating the dude face. He have all type of ways to deal with
what do you
certain
mean
stuff.
tunneling? Wait, what are you talking about tunneling? Like, what is that?
Like the nigga could tunnel. The nigga was underground. He blow a
That
hole
white
through the.
beard came before it came back up.
Yeah, but that's not really working in a fight, like in a 1v1 fight. The reason why he was tunneling was because he fell down against Whitebeard.
Nigga, John say Akino gonna use dig like Pokemon.
Exactly.
That's not really happening in a 1v1 fight against someone like Fujitora. Nah, that's not. I don't think he's gonna allow that for you to just go down and just, oh, where are you now? And by the way, Fujitora is what? Probably
Fujitora,
top one in
I feel like
Fujitora is the
I
best,
feel
the
like
most
Oda.
defensive admiral out of all.
I feel like
Yeah,
Oda is setting like a crazy precedence for Logias, because
He is.
initially they were stated to be the strongest
You
devil
just
fruits,
like
but
Logias,
as
bro.
time
You love Logias.
no. As time progressed, we got to see Paramecia being, crazy OP. Then we got into Zoans, and then we got into mythical Zoans with Luffy and Kaido. And I think we're finally going to go into the Logias and what they truly are.
Yep.
Because they're probably going to be on another level.
Fair, I could tell you something, bro. I could tell you something. With the fall of Kaido, that means anybody could get it. Or they ain't preserving nobody hype no more. These admirals, they could get it now.
No,
You understand?
but
they can get it, but you see what the true strength of their
is that look at it from the awakening standpoint, right? So we got to see awakening pre-time skip for the very first time with I know what I'm about to say, the Impel Down Guard, right? So we got to see a Zoan's awakening first. Okay, fine, and they established that the regular zones at least are like the weakest type of devil fruit, so we get to see their awakenings first. Then several chapters later, we get to see the first Paramecia awakening when it comes to Doflamingo, right? And then we get to see another one with Katakuri. So like this, okay, so this is awakening for a Paramecia, right? Here we are. What chapter are we supposed to be on? Like 1054, right? And we have yet to see, or at least confirm. Let me say confirm, because maybe we already did see it, which I think we did. We have yet to confirm what a Logia's awakening is. Nobody has even so much as hinted towards what a Logia awakening is. So to me, that kind of says something that we're in the end game, right? The final arc, as Oda says, final saga, wherever the hell he said, and no awakening from a Logia yet. So that to me is kind of saying like this must be some real special shit that we're about to see.
I feel like a Logia awakening. I feel like we already see a fucking Logia awakening
I don't think we've seen it, Sean.
With Enel. Because
remember,
each awakening is allow you to tap into another aspect, another category of power. Enel had like a zone type of transformation with his Logia fruit. So what's to say one aspect of Logia awakening in having a transformation based off your element? Like what's to say Aokiji, for example, wouldn't turn into a big, or Akina wouldn't turn into a magma hound, like a big, huge
I mean,
magma
he
hound.
he could because he could change his body, but what I really think that the Logia Awakening is, because I think we've seen it, but they haven't confirmed it, is I think that you have the ability to change your surroundings with your elements. So I always kind of look at it from X-Men standpoint, right? Y'all know who Iceman is, right? From X-Men?
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people look at Iceman and they think this nigga's ability is to produce the ice from his hand and his body and stuff like that. And that's not Iceman's power. That's not his power. Iceman's ability is cryokinesis. He controls the immediate temperature around him to his liking. Now, when you see Iceman fight, he normally projects his cryokinesis around his body, which gives him the classic look that everybody knows him to look like, where he looks like an Iceman, right? And he shoots a little ice out of his hands. But when he really wants to go in on somebody, let's say there's a nigga who's 50 feet away from him, right? He doesn't have to raise his hand and shoot ice at him. He can look at him and
Bro,
turn him into ice, or he can
Aokiji
create
already start
something
doing
ice
that.
with him.
Aokiji ain't even making actions. The nigga just had his hand in his pocket and the ice was just flowing off him and he freezed Doflamingo without even doing nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when we see that on a large scale, like we saw in Punk Hazard, that's when we start seeing the awakening in full effect.
Yeah.
Wait, so pretty much you're saying that him Aokiji freezing the sea or the ocean back all the way back then when they were beating Robin, that was an awakening?
Yes.
No.
With him freezing the ocean was awakening?
Like, because basically what Animal's kind of getting at is that he didn't try and touch it. He didn't
It's
try and
just
shoot
flowing off
anything
him.
at it.
I see what he's saying.
He just mentally thought about it and froze the ocean.
Frozen. Yeah.
Aokiji broken, bro. He very
I don't
broke.
even think that's it, bro.
Aokiji's an underrated dude, bro. Like real talk.
I think that's just like the base abilities of Logias, but
yeah,
but I do like that idea though. It's very possible that could be one aspect of your awakening. But what I think your awakening,
think about Green Lantern and think about Kizaru. Green Lantern doesn't have to shoot the light out of his ring all the time. He can just make it appear around you. So think about like not Aokiji, goddammit, Kizaru. If he's just making beams of light appear from any which direction, not coming from him, just any direction.
Any direction.
Like, y'all let's watch them. Y'all ever watch them heist movies like when the lasers on the wall and you trying to navigate the lasers to get to the diamond? That's why I feel like Kizaru awakening and be like you can have lasers all around the battlefield, bro. Or they almost like tripwise. He know exactly where you is, and then he's like it's almost like this maze you gotta navigate.
Wait, so then why doesn't? Yeah. Oh, you can go ahead.
Oh, so from what I can gather from awakening is, it seems like when you awaken, you're awakening the ability's true potential and sort of awakening the beast within. So you're becoming more like the devil fruit itself, and that's kind of what we saw with Luffy, where when he awakened, he turned into Nika pretty much, right? Obviously, it's still Luffy, but Nika's presence was more apparent in this form. So what I think awakening does is it allows you to become what the devil fruit is in its true essence. So with Logias, since they're elements, when you awaken a Logia, you literally become light itself, like in its very essence, and you can manipulate light as well. That's what I think it is, anyways.
But wait. So just kind of to get my head around it, in terms of manipulating light, is it
so
the photons, or are you talking about like people's ability to see light, or
see anything, bro? Like literally, they can manipulate light on like a whole different level.
Okay, then it comes back to the dragon thing again. It's like at that point, there needs to be a limit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just.
Oda might put a limit. Oda most likely will put a limit on it because it's too broken. But if there's no limit, I could see why like dragon's fruit could be a ancient weapon.
Yeah, dragon's
and that's why
fruit.
I think Oda is keeping Logias for the last.
No, but you have to understand that that's better than anything Kaido has shown. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. These devil fruits that we're going to see moving forward are going to be comparable to what Luffy's devil fruit is. That's what I think.
But then at that point, then how do you combat that?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you have to recognize that the people they going against can have Hoxes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other admirals, but that's pretty much it.
Like there's like Haki, Conqueror's Haki that can, Haki seems to be a counter to that. So there's ways to get around it, but it's a very overwhelming ability.
Bro, dragon can be doing niggas dirty, bro. I want Kizaru be his first opponent though. Real talk.
What if Kizaru stops light from existing for like in a certain area where nothing reflects off of nothing, is just pure darkness?
But I'm not even gonna lie.
Could you imagine that?
That would be nice, but that'd be really nice.
And Blackbeard is also a candidate that we have to watch out
for.
Bro,
Blackbeard can be putting niggas in the shadow realm.
Like a whole different dimension in that darkness.
Blackbeard, you better have your hockey game up, bro. Because your devil fruit irrelevant against him.
You can't fuck with that. Yeah, most devil fruit users can't clap.
And I feel like Blackbeard can take that darkness fruit to another level we ain't see. Like, for example, pre-time skip, this nigga had to touch you to deactivate your powers. He had to grab you. Now I feel like he could just use his like a attack called like Black Hand, just extend his darkness and grip you with it and cancel out your powers from long range.
Okay, but as long as there's still this physical contact thing required, then I think it's still very limited. For example,
ain't limited because the physical contact thing is not really there, because what he's doing is actually he's pulling you.
He's pulling you. That's what I
said. You have a devil fruit. So that essence of pulling is sort of is what negates you. I see what you're saying though.
But again, but like we've had the discussion for like I remember a while ago. There is no way Blackbeard is pulling Kaido or Aki.
No, he's pulling them.
He wouldn't pull them because it's a bad idea to do it.
Exactly. So that's the point. Like he's not gonna pull anyone to touch them at all.
The thing is, he would pull them because he has the Guru no Mi in the left hand.
We go.
Oh shit!
I was ready for you to say that.
Yes. Wait.
Say that.
Question. So remember when he pulled an ace? I'm not sure if this was in the manga, but at least in the anime, when he pulled an ace, Ace still was using an ability. Right?
Yes, he didn't have the Guru no Mi back then. If he had the Guru no Mi back then, that wouldn't have happened.
Hey, that Guru no Mi.
Ace is not pulling a attack.
In that scene right there that you're talking about where he pulled an ace, right? He pulled an ace, and then Ace countered with like the two fire daggers.
The flame lines.
Blackbeard in the chest. But then Blackbeard countered that and chopped that nigga in the neck. And Ace was like, damn, that shit hurt. So let's take that same scene, right? Let's take that same scene with the Guru no Mi. If Blackbeard were to counter that with a chop in the neck, but it was Guru infused. Oh Jesus!
Wait, bro.
But the whole point I'm trying to say,
he doesn't even have to come near, just from afar. Like gets him close enough and hits him with the Guru no Mi.
No, pretty much what I'm trying to say is that when he's pulling you, imagine a red dog coming at you. There's literally a red dog right there, or the light lasers, or I guess whatever potential that Kizaru has, because I don't think lasers are doing anything, right? Or in Aokiji's case, whatever he's doing, or gravity, horizontal gravity, literally coming at you. There's no way
horizontal gravity. You have to keep in mind what we see from Blackbeard against A-Star is just the yami on an elementary level, bro. The nigga already put some seasoning on this, and he's starting to perfect how to use this in them type of situation. So let's say Akino did use the red dog. He could just send that into a void space, bro. You understand? He could just send that into a void space and it don't affect him.
Has he shown the ability to use both simultaneously, like the pulling effect and the sending void effect? I mean,
he have to.
I mean what we saw is just the basics. So it can only get better from now on, anima. It can only get better.
I mean, I agree with that, but I guess my whole point is that it seems like something that can either easily be counterable or it's something that wouldn't be wise of him to do, right? But I do understand where you're coming up with the Gura as well, so he can like
So
pull
so
you in at least to a certain point, or at least attempt to, and then kind of go with the
so
Yeah.
Gura. But
let me
again,
ask you
Gura
a
is still an
question. Would it
Akihiko,
be
so
too
you
much where
can't bloodlust the Gura.
Blackbeard could create like a shadow type of ram where devil fruits, your devil fruit don't work in a certain area regardless if he
Yo,
don't touch
Sean,
you?
that's what I've been saying his
That's
awakening
what the
is. That's what
awakening
I
is.
think his awakening
Yeah, that's
is.
what I think the
It's
awakening
like,
is.
I don't know if you guys read any of you
Wait,
guys read JJK? No one?
No.
But
No,
there's a
I
power
start.
system called domain expansion. It literally creates a space where your ability is everywhere. And so with Blackbeard, I think once he awakens, he creates like this black space, which is, I don't know how fast it's gonna be, but it's gonna
Almost
be
like
over a
law
certain amount
room,
of
like
space. And
a
if you're, yeah,
radius.
just like Law's room,
That's what
and
I
if
said
you're
about
inside
Iceman.
it, you cannot use your devil fruit ability.
wait. So question.
That's
So
what
inside it,
that's what I said about
you can't
Iceman.
use yours, but can he use his? Can he use the Gura
Yes,
with
He can use
yes.
his, yeah.
He can use his.
Okay,
Probably,
so pretty much you're saying that
okay. Probably wouldn't be
so
able to
he
use
pretty
the
much just kind of
girl.
Okay, maybe he can't use the Gurgur because maybe that'll be like
Nah,
the
fuck
downside
that.
to it.
We going all the way with this shit. Yes, he can use the dual Jordan on me because
That
what
would
Bruce
Kaido
trying
actually
to
said in
cause
that
niggas
fight,
get
right?
killed.
Kaido said in that fight is gonna have some meaning in the future to where Kaido was telling Luffy towards the end of that fight that yo Roger, who was the illest nigga in the verse, got to the One Piece and he didn't have no double fruit. So if you want to be
okay.
so it don't matter what kind of fruit you got to be good with your hockey game and stuff like that, right? That's gonna have full meaning when Luffy's gonna fight Blackbeard because Blackbeard gonna pull out every last devil fruit trick in the book, and Luffy just gonna have to just beat his ass down with just straight hands.
Wait, so then two things with that. So let's say it is the case where he is not going to have the Gura. If that's the case, and again, it goes back to it being unwise for Blackbeard, right? Because I don't think without Devil Fruit ability, Blackbeard is beating Akihino or again any admiral, any top tier, right? Maybe like for
I agree.
yeah, okay, yeah. So
It
that's one thing.
depends
And
on what his
secondary
hockey
thing,
game is going to be like.
yeah, and
I think his
actually,
hockey game is average.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
we don't
I'm
know
not gonna
that
say
though.
yeah, I'm not gonna say average, but it's definitely not, top like Shanks, right? It's not that. So
Correct. He got three
that's
devil fruit.
yeah, so that's the first component of it. But the second component, which I think it's a bit more interesting, which is that if he still has his own abilities, then it kind of goes back to the hacksness of every situation. But still, even in that case, well, actually, with that, then it will make Luffy's final fight against Blackbeard kind of very interesting because we're not going to see his Nika abilities, kind of shown through, even though it's like a relatively new ability. So it might be a missed opportunity by Oda to kind of expound on that ability specifically. But I would say that still it's still not one of those abilities where it will still be like very or it's not going to be too consequential, right? For example, there are characters out there who are not Devil Fruit users at all. Shanks, for example. So it's not going to help in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or form for
Shanks,
someone like him.
Shanks. Yeah.
And Luffy, again, he's already building up all these capabilities outside of Nika. And again, he was hurting Blackbeard out without his
No,
Devil Fruit
but
ability.
that
So,
nigga can need
I mean,
Nika,
not
bro.
Blackbeard,
But
Kaido.
he's gonna need Gear 5.
He can need
That's what I'm
Nika.
saying.
Yeah.
He's
That's why I think that. Well, again, this idea of him, this JKK idea is
oh,
a bit
well, we
maybe a
don't
bit.
know because Oda he's going above
But
and beyond with Luffy and
That is
Blackbeard's
true. That
power.
is true.
but
What we're gonna see
what
at
I
the
can
end of the
say,
story is gonna outmatch everything we've seen with Roger and Whitebeard. That's what I think.
don't get the hype up because remember we thought Wano's, but we ain't gonna go that route.
Well,
But what I
at
think
the end
that
of the story, anyways.
what I think how the fight's gonna go, and again, this is pure head canon and shit like that, right? To kind of like mix it in together, right? I think a good portion of the fight is gonna deal around the fact that he has awakened his darkness fruit. So it's gonna be Luffy having to manage the fight without using the Gomu Gomu or
I
Nika Nika,
feel
whatever fruit,
personally,
whatever
I
you want to
feel
call it
like
these days, for a period of time, right? And then once Blackbeard realizes like, oh, it don't really matter with this kid. Like he's still fighting back pretty well without the fruit. That's when Blackbeard's gonna be like, like fuck, you plot, fuck it. Like I'm just gonna use everything on you. I don't give a shit if you use the nicking fruit or not.
I
That's when
feel
it gets
like
to
Black
fucking
Bear,
5.
when this fight start, Black Bear can have his way with Luffy in terms of that Yami being out of control and pulling him. But I feel like Luffy King
Yeah,
Saki can be the
Luke always get
resistor.
beat up in the beginning of the fight anyway.
This King Saki can be the resistor against that Yami grip, that gravity, that pull. That almost can anchor
Yeah.
him where he don't.
Oh yeah, the law bullshit, the
So
Chicago law bullshit,
just imagine the darkness wrapping around Luffy and Luffy
and
uh
not protecting him
fighting that shit with his
Yeah.
will and it just shattered like it's almost like a tug of war effect. Not like
like
it.
Yeah.
law,
I think
law,
I
like the
personally think
Yonkos
that
fight.
yeah. I personally think that there's one more level to Conquerors because I feel like this
I do.
so-called advanced Conquerors that we're seeing is way too similar to Rio. Like,
You,
why would Oda make advanced Conquerors just like Rio?
fair,
It
you know
does
what I
not
want to
make
see
any
though.
sense.
You know what I
It
want to
has
see.
to be original. It has to be original. So I think there's one more level, and Shanks got that shit.
Since Oda biting Hunter x Hunter and Dragon Ball Z and shit like that, I would like to see like a King's Hockey like cloak. Like you see how Super Saiyan's of the aura and shit and Gundam is of the
Oh
aura
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'd like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
to see that
bro. There
shit.
could be a
I
transformation, bro, like a king's fucking transformation.
Huh?
No,
I
there could be
think
like some. Yeah, yeah.
Bro. Oh shit.
I think that I
No.
think that Shanks already does what you guys are talking about because if you remember that classic scene where Shanks goes to Whitebeard's ship just to talk to him, and as he's walking, the ship is getting like damaged too, right? Now, people might say like, "Oh, that's not that impressive," but kind of look at that scene again because every time we see somebody do Conqueror's hockey, it's like they flex, right? Like they do some crazy ass look or they tense up and they allow this
Yeah.
burst, right? They always do it like that. It's never just like a casual thing. It's always like I gotta flex on you. But with Shanks, it's like the aura, if you will, was always around him. He wasn't flexing on you. He was just walking, but the aura is always around him. Now
But
this is pre-time skip before Oda got detailed with the hockey, so I feel like if we see it again, right, it's gonna look way more detailed to where you could actually see the lightning just walking with him
Yeah, it's
as he
like
moves.
a pressure.
I agree with Pharaoh, bro. This nigga need a king mode, bro. Like
Yeah, like a
that
king,
Gotta be the
like
king
King
mode.
Hockey is gonna have a mode
I don't know
itself,
how
like a
it can
mode,
look, but I could just see it, bro. Like you almost
like
a god.
on top of Luffy's naked transformation. Like, yo, people are not ready, bro. Luffy's
You almost like the earth. It
That
just
nigga be a
falling
Super Saiyan
underneath
for
you.
real. Oh hell no.
like I think that the final form of King's Hockey is a transformation, some sort
Have to
of
be,
godly transformation,
have to be, because
where it's
that's
like
the
your
Pharaoh.
spirit
Okay.
like literally going over
Wait,
your
but
body and like
That's the separation right there between Shanks and the other rest of these dudes. He need that.
yeah, that's the separation. There's no way, bro.
This like some
That
shit.
that
This like
Kaido has all these things. He has advanced conquerors, future sight, and then he's equal to Shanks. No,
this like
Shanks
some
has to
shit
have
where
something else.
this like some shit where the awakening of Kingsaki, like you ain't
Yes, the
everybody could
awakening
use
of
this.
King's Hockey. Yeah, the
wait,
awakening of
wait,
King's Hockey.
but who's saying that Shanks doesn't have advanced conquerors and I mean future sight? Like
No, Shanks does
Shanks,
Huh?
have future sight.
Yeah,
yeah.
he got
So
that too.
wait, so I was confused with the he's equal to Shanks part of it. It's like
No, I'm saying that
So
Kaido has
what?
all these
What?
hockey on top of
Yeah.
a devil fruit, but Shanks is
okay,
equal.
okay.
Yeah,
So the devil aspect of it.
yeah. It's the
Yeah,
same with
because Shanks don't have
Whitebeard.
a devil fruit, so the
How is
argument
how
would
is
be like,
yeah, exactly. How
yeah, the
is
argument would be
Roger?
if Shanks don't have a devil fruit, then that means his hockey has to be at a higher
At a
level on
crazy
all
level,
chords than
all
what we've
forms.
seen before. So, like, if
Not
we've seen the craziest armament hockey so far, we've seen is who? Um,
Armament
Kaido, pretty
hockey.
much. Wait, armament?
who's
Yeah,
the
probably
sheep?
Kaido.
I mean, probably Kaido or Luffy, one of those two.
Luffy, right? Where he's putting it inside your body, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
if that's the craziest one so far, then let's say Shanks's arm of hockey explodes your internal organs. I don't know, like some shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah. It's
Then
just,
we see
I think
future sight
it's
from Katakuri, right? Where Katakuri can see like 5 seconds into the
Now
future. So let's say that a
honestly,
Shanks
I want Shanks. I want Shanks King's
slow
hockey.
down time.
I want Shanks King's hockey to be well. This nigga whole arsenal, like he could shape his ornaments hockey. The shit malleable to him. You know what I mean? Just to show his precision with it, as
It
opposed
could
to
be, and this is an
Or
idea that I've always thought about, is the mixture of two types of hockey being used,
I
like
don't like
conquerors
that.
in observation and conquerors in
yeah,
hockey. And
what Luffy
because
did.
I think the one that we're seeing here, where niggas is infusing stuff with like conquerors, that's a combination of Rio and conquerors.
Yes, I agree. What
Pharaoh,
Luffy
I
did
think
when he beat
you
Shanks.
know
It was a whole thing.
Oda need to do something where you could quantify the difference between niggas King's hockey. Like I like in Kingdom how they talk about the weight of a general. I feel like King's hockey should be measured by weight. Like this shit almost gravity, almost like
yeah,
a version
yeah,
of
yeah.
gravity. Like
But
the amount of pressure Shanks King's hockey could put on a person is different from what Kaido could do. Because Kaido have a devil fruit. Shanks shit could drain
Yeah.
his
yeah,
stamina out, bro. Just being in his presence, fighting them, you start to breathe hard and you making
but
mistakes
Sean,
and yeah.
Sean, I feel like you kind of leaned into it at what you're already talking about when we talk about the God damn it, the Conqueror's hockey situation, because King of Lightning had pointed this out, which I noticed it also, right? When you look at Yamato versus Luffy, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
Yamato versus Luffy, no. Yamato fighting Kaido versus Luffy fighting Kaido, right? Yamato has advanced Conqueror's hockey, and she was fighting her pops, and her hits were hurting for sure, right? They were hurting, but it didn't look. It was not
Not doing that
drawn.
much damage. Yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
was not drawn as when Luffy first unlocked Conqueror's hockey for the first time. Well, not unlocked it. Sorry, advanced unlocked it, and he hit Kaido in the gut, and Kaido got folded. It's like, damn, that looked different. Like Yamato's hurt, but Luffy's like, this nigga's spitting up blood
It
and
was
shit. Like,
hurting more. And I,
But then question about that though, like what part of that is expectations from Kaido? Because Kaido already knew Yamato has this probably, right? So he already knows to defend against Yamato like that. But Luffy is like, it may have been like a bit of a surprise there, because guess what? After he did that, it wasn't really always like he was able to easily counter that and beat Luffy as well very easily, right? And he was
but even when the fight kept going, like when they had that ill ass fight scene where Luffy jumped on top of the Kanabo and kicked him in the face. When you were looking at that fight scene and you got to pay attention to the hits that Luffy was landing on him, them shits was hurting Kaido. Like he was still
yeah.
so I there is no denying that Luffy put in some hits. Obviously, I mean, he won. But the point is that if Oda was as meticulous with Luffy as he was with Yamato, then absolutely, I think we would see some moments where Yamato will put in some good hits where Kaido will bleed, right? But I mean, just this kind of gets to your point, though. I do think that obviously it seems to be the case, although I'm not entirely convinced because Luffy is still a novice at this, that Luffy is a little bit above. And certainly, of course, people like Kaido are obviously above, right? And there are levels to even, of course, advance Armentaki. That's that. I don't deny that. But my point is, at least when it comes to Luffy, particularly, it's simply just Oda and his focus in the fights. He just didn't focus on that.
I feel like
I
it's
was
kind of what they were saying to where what did Rayleigh say? Rayleigh said like in a sense like you can't. God damn it! I'm trying to remember the thing. Like you can't train Conqueror's hockey or some shit like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
It's up
just
to how
is
strong.
and just
It
goes
really
with
say
you.
really
It's a
says up to how
natural
strong
growth.
Oda need you to be. So that's why I get blown. That's
Yeah,
it.
and like so it just grows with you. And I think with Luffy being the main character, right, and him being the Joy Boy and all kinds of stuff like that, like he has this unfair
Chosen
advantage
one.
over everybody in the series, to where he's just blessed with like, if I unleash my
Every
Conqueror's hockey, it's just gonna fuck y'all up.
I
That's
think
yeah,
why.
so
I think the
Luffy's
Conqueror's
like an
hockey.
ego now.
I think the
Yeah.
Conqueror's hockey thing does play a part as well, but we do also have to remember that Luffy also uses the internal destruction, which Yamato doesn't have. So if
That's
he's
true.
using
That's true.
Conqueror's
That's a good
hockey
point.
and the internal
That's a
destruction
very good point.
together, it's
That's
definitely
a very
doing
good
more
point.
damage.
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Wait, but Yamato is in Wano. I mean, well, I guess
Huh?
not everyone in Wano would know the
Yeah, the internal destruction. I
Yeah,
don't even know how many people can use it.
Odin and
Odin.
Odin. That's it.
Odin. Yeah,
No, it's
I
not just
guess.
Odin. I mean, wait, the person
we don't actually know because
the
we know
flower
that
My
we
boy
know
Sabo
yeah
could use
Odin
it.
would more likely maybe.
wasn't it like
We know Sabo
we're
for
talking about
starting to
Wano.
use it.
wait
We
the
know
internal
Sabo,
destruction?
but we're talking about
Yeah,
Wano.
the internal destruction. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it Hyogoro? I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one that taught Luffy the internal destruction?
No, he
No,
taught
he
Luffy
taught
the
Luffy the
Rio,
basics.
but when Luffy used the internal destruction, he was like, "Yo, that's on another level.
Yeah, I can't even do that
That's
shit.
That's a level above Rio, the eternal destruction."
Wait, so where did internal destruction come from? Like, who taught Luffy that?
Luffy just awakened it when he was trying to learn Rio.
He had it himself. So like basically when they were in the Udon prison mines and Luffy was trying to up his hockey game to fight Kaido, he was trying to figure out what Rayleigh did when Rayleigh did like the force push, which was the Rio shit, right? So Hyogoro did the force push, which is what I call level 3, the Rio shit. And Luffy was like, yo, teach me that shit. So Luffy's intention was just to learn the force push technique that Hyogoro could do. When he finally started getting a hang of it, he went a step above the force push and went inside the handcuffs and destroyed it from the inside out.
He essentially skipped a level.
Yeah, that's
so pretty much what Rayleigh did. Okay, so that's how Rayleigh did.
Yeah, what Rayleigh did. And Hyogoro was like, yo, shit, I can't even do that shit. So when Luffy continued training his Rio, he had to continue training past what Hyogoro taught him because he was on a different level.
Yeah, and we don't even know if Odin was capable of that because we know that Zoro doesn't have that one, and he was able to scar Kaido. And so
I would say that Odin does have it for one reason and one reason only. Outside, well, I guess 2 reasons because he did scar Kaido and Zoro's scar is kind of like what the fuck. But anyway,
was a minor, yeah.
He showed some fucking baby cut. But anyways, Kaido when Kaido got hit with the red rock, right?
Yeah.
And he gets up and he feels the pain and he's like, "Yo, how high will your ceiling go?" After he got hit, and he thinks about everybody who hit him like that, and then Odin was
shows up. Okay, I'll give you that. Give you that. Yeah.
So that's what I think. I don't think anybody else in Wano has it. I think everybody else had just Rio.
Yeah, just Rio. So, it looks like that's really the peak of ornaments, the internal destruction.
Until we see Shanks.
Until we see Shanks, and I think we'll probably see the peak of Conquerors with Shanks.
We see peak everything.
Yeah,
we see peak everything. I think that people are right because this isn't my theory. This is a lot of people's theory to win.
Swordsmanship crazy.
The video games,
all
the video games,
max out.
Yeah, his hockey's max out. What if there's a thing where you not eating a devil fruit sort of gives you an edge? I don't know, like your hockey becomes more pure or it's more potent because you don't have a devil fruit.
You know what I would like?
Because it's
I can see that.
I would like if Oda just say some shit. You know he's hype people up. Or Shanks during a hurricane never get hit with a droplet of rain. Like he just was so elusive. He could dodge. You know what I mean?
He goes to the Matrix.
His observation that good. Like he this nigga. But speaking to,
I also think about Mihawk too, by the way, because they in one of his in the data books or whatever. Yeah, they call his title was supposedly
clairvoyant.
What was this? Clairvoyant. Yes.
Mihawk.
So I'm like, yo.
I feel like Mihawk. Observation I could give you a hint at his past, bro. I feel like Mihawk used to be an assassin, though. That shit, what he off? That's almost like you ever play Assassin's Creed? And when you play an Assassin's Creed, you have like assassin mode, like where you could your ops, these be red. They body is turned red and you could see them in the dark and shit like that. So
yeah,
I think with Mihawk,
I think observation is probably
Pharaoh.
an
even
underrated aspect of swordsmanship.
even look at this dude. This dude have hidden weapons and shit like an assassin, bro. Nigga have a knife in his chain.
Yeah, he got a dagger, not
He got a
yeah.
dagger in
Sean,
his
He
chain,
could be
bro.
an. He
not for
could have been an
nothing.
assassin, Sean. I like that
This
actually.
But
dude was
Sean,
an
not for nothing. You hit the nail on the head with the Assassin's Creed analogy because he did that very same thing you're talking about in Marineford. Because if you remember when he was tracking Luffy, he tracked Luffy through all
Yeah,
those different
everybody.
soldiers and
Yeah, he
pirates
real
was able
shit.
to
to
find
So
notice
Luffy.
him.
my point is his observation. He was training
He
observation for
aimed and hit him.
assassination. So imagine he looking for his assignment. He looking through a crowd of people. He
So
spot the
Mihawk
nigga.
should have been a sniper.
Huh?
Yeah, and he
So Mihawk
not.
versus calling as a sniper.
No, he's an
God Usopp.
assassin. I telling you, he was a assassin. He probably from a royal family.
I like the assassin theory. Not gonna lie, that it fits his character pretty well. I feel like.
And then the dude on a coffin ship. Like everything, like this dude by himself.
But I do
Yeah,
think what some people are saying that with Shanks, I think some of the abilities we've seen in the video games because Oda definitely took some abilities from the video games that Kaido had and then incorporated that shit into the actual manga. Like we
yeah,
saw Kaido doing some shit in the video games before we see him actually doing it in the manga. So when I look at some of the shit that Shanks does in the video games, like Shanks had that move to where he slows down time. To me, that just screams an observation hockey feat.
Bro,
And
and I
then
think
he has another move
that's
where
slowing
he
down
summons
time
red
thing.
lightning.
bro,
That's
Huh?
slowing down time thing.
I
Might
don't
be a
feel
combination of observation and conquers, where he's able to project his observation into reality or some shit,
I feel
like
like nobody
slowing your
You
perception of
know what?
time. Like,
no character
that'd be
attack
crazy.
names can surpass Kaido, bro. Them shit was Thor, Ragnarok, 3,000 Worlds. There was some
He has
epic
like
sound.
5 different bagwas.
Yeah, but they're all variations of him just
I
smacking you
never
upside the
liked
head with his
Yeah,
club.
Thunderbag, bro.
just smacking you with the club. Like
Thunderbag was one attack I
Kaido
don't
had no
like.
variety.
He did not. He was just like, let me find a different way and
Yeah,
name how to
dude
hit you with
never
this club.
kicked in this entire fight. It's just the club. Like,
But Kaido
Yeah, I was gonna
disappoint
uh,
say
me.
that
Kaido
actually,
disappoint me from this perspective, bro. I feel like at least I wanted Oda to just say, bro, this is awakening, or you know what I mean. He disappointed me from that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought Kaido had another level he
Oh,
didn't hit. Yeah,
I told you he was awakened the whole entire fight. You didn't want to listen.
yeah,
probably.
but again, I
Yeah,
think
but
as
that
Sparrow
doesn't
said
make any
multiple
sense
times,
though.
like yeah, exactly. Like Oda didn't really give any mind to it, like at least to the readers, right? That hey, Kaido was awakened or something like that.
Because it
This is
seems like
something
he was
that
in hybrid the entire time.
I agree that he didn't do it correctly, right? So I agree with y'all. He didn't do it correctly, but he did do it because Oda this round, this fight, this arc was doing a lot of weird shit with the fights. Like who here and be honest. When Sanji kicked Queen, right? Who thought the fight was over?
No one.
I honestly didn't think it was over.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. No, I don't think
When the
anyone
next
thought it was
chapter we
over.
saw Queen rocketing off, we were like, wait, what? Like he beat him? Oh shit. Oda was doing a lot of weird shit thematically that just was not gelling with the readers, me included, right? So the situation with the awakening, yes, normally we would wait for Oda to say, "Hey, this person's awakened," right? But it seems to me, my opinion, right, that Oda was in a real rush towards the
Yeah,
end of Wano
Yep.
yeah. I
to
think
get
he
some
was in
shit
a rush.
done, and
I think he was in a
he didn't
rush.
feel like he had the time to break down a few panels, which is fucking crazy, just to say like, hey, this person's awaking. I feel like we're gonna get a Vivri card, not a Vivri card. We're gonna get what's the other shit? The
Data
SBS.
bugs?
I feel like we're gonna get SBS, and he's gonna tell you that one, and everyone's
That's
gonna be pissed off.
bullshit, bro. What
Yeah,
the fuck? Why would you?
I know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it. At least it's better than not knowing at all. But yeah, I mean, it's not
But like,
preferable.
there's a lot of ideas out there, and something that I wanted to make a video on this, but I wasn't sure because people do not like the idea of Kaido like getting back up because they think Luffy's gonna. It's mostly Luffy
Bro,
fanboys that don't like that idea,
he
right?
have to get
But
back up
there's
because King
something.
and Queen up. Like, bro,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's in lava though. But I'll get back to that, Sean. But something that was interesting about Zoan Awakenings that I was reading was that um one thing that we do know is that they have a mind of their own. Zoans specifically have a mind of their own. Second thing we do know is about the awakenings is that they have a phase of revival in which they revive. Once defeated, they revive and they get the boost in energy, whatnot. And so a lot of people were thinking that Kaido could only awaken once he died. And this is the whole reason he wants to die in the first place, to achieve this next level. And in one of the quotes, when he was fighting the Scourge, he says that death is the final transformation
or some shit like that, no?
that completes a person. Yeah, death is the final transformation that completes a man. So I'm like, yo, does Kaido want to die to achieve the highest level of his power? Because it seems like for Zoan Awakenings, you have to be a certain type of person.
Luffy died. I just catch man.
Yeah, Luffy died, exactly.
That's a good point, he
awakened his fruit. So I'm like,
here's the thing. Not to interrupt, but then do we assume that every last Impel guard died as well?
You could assume that.
This is for Mythical Zone specifically.
All right.
It could be. Well, we don't know. Well, the ones with the jail guards, it seems like they're forced. It seems like a forced awakening because they don't have. There's something special about those guys. It's not the norm because they don't have the sense. They're not sane anymore. So it's not the usual way that maybe they went through some forced awakening through like Vegapunk or some shit like that. But like awakening is for Zoan, and that's why none of the Flying Six, they have awakening. None of them do, because none of them have died.
OT
has an awakening?
Dog. I keep using OT as an example. Like this is one of the times I wish Wonder was here to go off. Like OT, when you look at the fight with OT, which I can't even call herself a fight, because who the fuck did OT fight? She fought everybody.
Luffy, bro, you love Ulti. I noticed you like to talk about Ulti, you know. You love Ulti, bro.
Hold on, let me get off my shit real quick. Let me get off my shit, because Kashawn is right. OT was the only Flying Six member that was done properly. I said it. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Only one
in terms of like taking damage and recovering and
showing abilities and using hockey and all kind of crap like that. She was the only what's the nigga name with the far Jinbei? Who? Maybe a little bit him, but he kind of sucked too.
Who's was the ass, bro? Like
who disappointed me, bro? I thought that nigga's gonna be fire, bro.
The thing with OT, I challenge all you gentlemen in this stream to pull up the panel of when Luffy fought, what was it, the Minotaurs and Impel Down, right? And he kept, knocking that nigga out, and they kept coming back. I want you to read that panel side by side with the panels of OT having to deal with Nami and Mama and Luffy and whatnot. Like, read those panels side by side and tell me they are not the same exact identical features.
Well, this bitch kept getting back up, yo. The thing with that, though, is that ancient Zoans are naturally just much more stronger than regular at a base level. So I wouldn't be surprised if their awakenings, if their base level of abilities is comparable to that of a normal awakening.
If that but it wasn't even about the durability. It was about the bitch kept getting up. Like, she would lose consciousness. Like, phased out, whited out eyes, done. What's the chick's name? Yamato. Yamato thunder Bogwood and sneak hit the shit out of her.
Bruce, she hard-headed, bro.
Are you stupid? No pun, right?
Oh yeah,
no
that's
pun?
true. That's true.
No pun intended.
But yeah, who's the only one who actually came back from a lot of stuff. But then again, she wasn't really messing with the top tier dudes.
Big Mom,
like, if she messed with him, with the laser thing,
with Big Mom's like named super attacks, and the hoe got up again. That was Big Mom. Yonko, captain of the Big Mom Pirates, Charlotte.
It was a laser attack though, and we've seen X-Drake recover from that.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't compare Big Mom's attack to what X-Drake did with.
No, like I'll say like the laser that Kizaru shot at. Like, I mean, laser attacks. I don't know. If Ulti got hit with that Conqueror's hockey blow and she got back up, I would be more impressed. Because Page 1 was out from that
Page
blow.
1 was a fucking sucker, yo.
I wanted to see Ulti take a hit.
I don't want to see another. Hey, speaking of, I don't want to see another Ancient Zone in this series. None.
Nah, it would have fucked them up. Honestly, this arc.
You had the perfect opportunity to show us what Ancient Zone's about. None. I don't want to see a dinosaur.
And the thing is, the thing about the Calamities too, Sean, is that what was really impressive about them was not even the Devil Fruit. It was what they had on top of the Devil Fruit.
Yeah.
Outside, yeah. Queen, his science was more impressive, and King, the Lunarian thing was more impressive. The Devil Fruit literally played little part.
That been the case though, but with Rob Lucci, to me, he blend Rikushiki with his Devil Fruit perfectly.
Yeah, Rob Lucci is like the perfect guy.
No, but honestly, I feel like if you take Devil Fruit out, Rob Lucci isn't really becoming any less nice like that. I feel like it really was just his Rokushiki, like it's just fighting ability. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. And also, not for nothing, let me throw some bail to King. Let me throw some bail to King.
You have to recognize only so much you could do with a zone. That shit only amplifier to the
it's an amplifier to your base strength. There's nothing much you can do with it.
Oda,
no, but some zones are different.
Well, that's why I said let me throw some bail to King. Let me throw some bail to King.
Oda was talking about this how pterodactyls hunt and shit. This nigga slinging his head. I know this nigga was gonna lose to Green Bull if they ever fight. Based off that.
No, but hold up. But let me throw some bail to
this
King.
This nigga that looked like he was in the clan, the Ku Klux Klan.
The King situation right there is when he fought Zoro. I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but King was flipping in and out of forms like left and right. That was some really good shit how he was using his zone fruit. Like he wasn't just, I'm gonna stay in hybrid now. I'm gonna stay in full zone mode now. I'm gonna stay in regular mode now. Like this nigga was like, I'm gonna hit you with my full zone mode, do a backflip into hybrid mode, go back into normal, go back right into zone to hit you from afar again. Like he was. You
know what's crazy about that, Bruce?
Honestly,
I never actually went into hybrid mode. King either went into. Oh wait, he did have a hybrid mode.
I was knocking
Zoro across the whole.
Yeah, the wings. But he barely used that shit.
Honestly, I was impressed with. I was impressed with King.
I liked it because
that form was really nice.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna stay in whichever form suits me the best at this time. I like that. That was different.
I was impressed with King, but the only thing with King, the King suffered from the same thing all these fights suffer from. Right when the fight was starting to get good, where I feel like it was at the peak, where I feel like he had a fight. Oda ended.
Once the fight got good, that's when Oda let me finish it.
That was the time for him to really get into it.
It only took one chapter for the battle to turn around and the Straw Hats to win, which is kind of underwhelming sometimes.
Goofy.
Like,
it is.
Just one chapter for you got 4 chapters of beatdown, and then Zoro figures something out, and then 1 chapter of him winning.
Yeah, that was it. The only Flying Six fight that I truly enjoyed was Robin.
Yeah, Robin's fight was nice.
Robin fight was nice.
That shit got me hyped. That shit got me hyped.
One of the better fights.
This shit knew fisherman karate, son.
Who's who versus Jinbei? That shit was just to hype up Luffy, the sun god.
Jinbei,
the retcon.
I don't know.
The retcon.
Yeah.
Kajun karate. Nigga,
I don't remember that fight.
Samehada Shiken.
Oda had to find some shit for Luffy to win.
Don't disrespect the god Jinbei.
Because the sun god thing was like fabricated this arc.
Jinbei is a problem.
Not yet, but the fruit itself.
This arc.
It was fabricated this arc because you come to see the Goros and you're like, oh, he's returned. You're always sweating. Like, bro, you guys been known about this
for a while.
for a while. That's rush writing,
Dude was
and a lot
telling
of
me
people
this
were
peak
saying,
fiction.
Hopefully,
This was
he
garbage,
he
bro.
re- he, read, he
"Oh my
retconned that
gosh,
shit,
I
bro,
do like
because
the
we
form though.
just
I do
learned
like
about
the
Nika.
form,
I like the
but like
form, but
We
I don't
just
feel like
learned about Nika.
Oda needed to justify this
yeah, he
form by
didn't make it
saying it's a
to
mythical zone. He could have do this under
yeah,
the
he didn't need to. He could get a paramecia. He didn't need to do all the sun
he
god
could have do
shit.
this under the constructs
So,
of saying this a rubber fruit and accept it or don't accept it. Because awakening, you could
Yeah,
break rules.
because Luffy was already doing transformations, before, so
I
he
guess
didn't
he's
need to
Yeah,
more
make it
interested
into.
in the symbolism, you know.
Yeah, it's the symbolism I think he's interested in. The sun god, Nika.
The liberation
but I feel
warrior.
like he did a retcon. He did a retcon because he turned that into a mythical zone fruit. Because a lot of the he, I was telling Sean this when he turned that fruit from the paramecia to a mythical zone. He may have created one plot hole in the fact that some guy Nika came out of nowhere, but he created one plot hole and fixed like five other plot holes. Because one, we could look at it from the standpoint of like this nigga Luffy recovered too goddamn quick. Like,
Yeah,
like this
very
nigga
well.
Luffy was taking like mad fucking damage and getting up like a zone. Like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with this motherfucker? So like, okay, he solved that one right there, right?
It could also
The,
explain the Red Hawk. We don't know if that's
the yep,
Nika's power, the sun god.
yep.
That could be an
Explain the Red
explanation.
Hawk, the Smile Devil Fruits. I've been on the championship of like Chopper will solve the mystery of the Smile Devil Fruits and heal everybody using the blood of Luffy, because I feel like the Smile Devil Fruits, which are Zoans, originate from the original Smile Fruit, which is Nika's fruit, because you see Luffy laughing like the Joker and shit. So that's where it comes from. What other plot hole did it solve? There was another one. Like he solved like five plot holes by making one. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go with it.
But the whole the citizens of is it Udon or I forget the town where like they all have smiles. I was talking to Sean and Sean was I was thinking that
Oh, Curry?
yeah, Curry. We were thinking that Green Bull might actually be the person to save them because of his ability.
Really? How?
Yeah, because
How?
from what we can see, Green Bull is
Uh-huh.
revitalizing Wano. He's
Yes, he
revitalizing
is.
the land using the energy of the beast pirates, the people who committed the crimes. And
Yes,
he's going
yes.
into the flower capital right now. And we know his ability has to do with essence, life. It seems to be obviously it's plants as
Pharaoh.
well,
You know, I had an
but
idea
maybe
on
can
Green
take out
Bull.
the bad nutrients from the people who ate Smile, and then excrete it out of their body in some way, shape, or form.
I had an idea on Green Bull.
Mm.
Well, the dude, it said, okay, like Fujitora, right? Fujitora is well-intentioned person, but he's do like kind of dumb shit, like dropping the medias on the people and causing that amount of destruction. So
Yeah,
I was thinking Oda
yeah,
would
yeah,
go
yeah.
the opposite route with Green Bull. Green Bull is a mean-intentioned nigga who's do good stuff. Like
Yeah.
everywhere he go, he
Yeah,
restore
it's
shit, but he don't.
opposite. Yeah,
You, you know what I mean? But
he
his personality,
unintentionally
like
does good
Akino,
things. Yeah, it's interesting though, like how he's built. I feel like what he's gonna do here is gonna be surprising. It's not gonna be. People think there's gonna be a fight. There might not even
it's
be a
gonna be
fight,
fun.
bro.
no, they definitely
Yeah,
fighting, bro.
actually, I was nah. Well, but it's probably not gonna be like any real fight. It's gonna be like a quick
Big
skirmish,
class.
like a class here
Yeah, it'll
and
be a
there.
Class.
quick skirmish with them showing his abilities, but then it's gonna turn into something else. Even though, because Oda is setting it up like he has a vicious personality. He's looking for a fight. He's looking for Luffy, and then you have him revitalizing Wano at the same time. Like what's going on here?
Well, just subverting expectation thing that
Yeah, we'll see.
these-
It's gonna be interesting though.
I feel like
yeah, but I
Green Bull
feel,
probably come to
yeah,
Wano to try to secure Wano for the world government.
Mm,
that is
possible.
possible. But just one person, I
He
mean,
is
he is one
trying
of the
to.
worst, but still,
He'll
it's like
try
a thing.
with the
You gotta
shit kicked out of
recognize
him.
the Admiral is an army, bro. And we don't even know how this nigga fruit, let me show you how this nigga fruit could work. He probably have the best type of fruit for fighting multiple niggas, though. You understand?
Yeah,
Like,
it's an ability made to fight multiple.
imagine you in this forest. Let's say he could make these trees as big as the mangroves were on Sabadi instantly. You know what I mean? And he could separate all these niggas. And his fighting style is ambushing dudes. The whole
And he
forest
has
is his body.
infinite stamina as well.
You understand? The whole forest is his body. So this extension his body, almost like Pico. Everybody separated. Nobody could do teamwork. So I basically, that's how I feel like he's fight. Like he putting you in a prison, or
Yeah.
like a forest prison.
It's like a deadlock where he can stall you out crazy
Real
on
shit.
a crazy level because he has the stamina because he's constantly getting energy
Hey,
from his surroundings or from water or something. So he has infinite stamina. He doesn't
red
need
bug,
nutrition.
green
He
bug.
never gets tired. It's an ability where he can deal with a lot of people and he can deal with a lot of people for a long
What
time,
I feel like
even
this
though he
nigga
might
is,
not
this nigga
necessarily
is
win.
probably Forest Magellan, like the forest version of Magellan. Because these plants and shit,
Mm,
they eat plants. With plants, you could go any direction. You could have lethal plants, bro. Poisonous.
yeah, poison.
You could take a direction where if you burn these plants,
Madara,
you, you could take a
not
direction
Madara.
where if you burn his
Ashram.
plants, they turn into marijuana fumes, and niggas just high and disoriented and shit like that in the forest, and the the wood
Yeah,
attack you.
it looks like it's gonna be it's gonna be versatile for sure. This is probably the most versatile devil fruit out of the
You could take a
Admirals so far.
direction where
I feel like.
you
For
you could
sure.
take a direction where someone use a fire attack and this nigga use solar beam, like plants would store sunlight,
Mm.
and the whole forest will
Sunlight,
rise.
yeah. Then he can. Yeah,
You
it's a lot that's
you
coming
could
with
take
its
a direction
ability.
where
I feel
niggas
like.
use fire and he used the plants, the water from wood store and the plants, and he sent a hydro beam.
Yeah, all
So,
the nutrition the plants are
So
just
now
sucking
we
think,
up.
going back to the
just think
we
of
going back to
Pokemon.
Yeah,
This nigga can
but
have a
like
Oda is not as complex as some of you
I mean
guys are.
we don't know.
he
I
can have an
mean, it
attack
could.
called Stampede.
Nah, we know it's been about like 23 years. He ain't confused.
I mean, this is
Yeah,
final
no,
saga. Let's see if he
Nah,
changes.
fuck
but
that.
nah,
This
there's not a single
is
ability or
how I.
thing
What'd you say,
that
Pharaoh?
has ever
This nigga literally came up with like 5 different variations of Kaido hitting Luffy with a club.
Yeah,
exactly.
but
Even
we did
Green
see
Bull,
like
Wait, and
even Green Bull base form. This nigga for Admiral, he thin. So Oda obviously have plans where this nutrients and shit could buff him up to like a Kong level. This nigga to look thicker than that on no pause on the Holy Land. He'd look more brawler when he was sitting down talking to Fujitora. So obviously this nigga
yeah,
could he probably have life return or some shit like that.
yeah, life return or
I mean, yeah, I
there's
don't think there's like a
there's a lot that you can do with his ability for sure.
yeah, I don't think there's like a disagreement in terms of him being most likely the most versatile. Right,
Yeah,
that's pretty much the case, right? But I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But before, I kind of want to, in terms of kind of on this same topic, but a little bit different. In terms of any fight that he's going to be in going forward, and I think you mentioned Pharaoh that you don't think Kaido is done and he might come back because of his own
yeah. I
awakening
mean,
or whatever.
it could be either or,
Could be
whether
the
he
case,
comes back normally or awaken,
yeah.
whichever.
But I wonder how interesting it'll be if Kaido meets Green Bull. I mean, but that may be like a too much of a meeting to where
But what
it
if
wouldn't
Yeah,
what if
probably
Green
go
Bull
down.
was sent to capture these niggas?
Kaido?
oh, Kaido and Big Mom.
Yeah, what if he was sent like because these they weaken right
No,
now.
but
They
we know he
obviously
wasn't
just
sent though,
lose.
right? We know he wasn't sent, right? Because I don't think he's not here with Akiyuna's permission. It seems like.
We can't
It
have
seems like
Big
he's just.
Mom. We can't have Big Mom and Kaido roaming around, bro. They have to go somewhere.
It seems like he's just trying to catch the biggest bait, and Luffy's like the biggest one at this point in time. But if Kaido comes back, he would switch his
And
attention to
Pharaoh, you
Kaido.
you know Green Bull won them bounties. You know he probably was a bounty hunter or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like he was a bounty hunter, from what I can gather, or
Honestly,
some
I
sort
hope
of
he
like a
do, man.
bandit.
Like
Yeah.
Kanki.
But something interesting. I don't know if anyone has talked about it. His sword. That's not a sheath, and it looks pure black.
Right, tired of Admirals with swords, bro. Like I really thought this nigga was gonna be
Bro,
a hand-to-hand dude.
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I'm tired of swords too, but it looks like he has a black blade, which is crazy because this is the third one in the series. And if he's turns out to be a pure, and from what we've deduced so far, it seems like pure swordsmen are the only ones who attain black blades.
Well, so no, because Zoro attained the black blade without having to turn it into one.
No, when I say attain, I mean they make it a black blade by themselves.
Yeah.
Not
but actually, maybe he took it from somebody else.
Oh, maybe he took it from someone else. That could be a possibility too. Yeah. And it could be one of the 12, because we need to see. We've only seen 3. Like the story is coming to an.
Ew! If he had one of the 12 blades with the vegetation powers, what the fuck? That's too much.
Bro, nah, we're getting to a new level of power, guys. Come on.
That's too much. You got a fucking supreme great sword, and you fucking.
Where are the other 12 supreme though? There's 9 more we haven't seen.
When you're dealing with Yonkos and Admirals, ain't nothing is too much, dog. These niggas.
It's nothing too much. They're niggas, different.
That's why I didn't like the term calamities for a nigga who could turn into elephant. These the real calamities, bro. Yep. All them are worldly powers.
Like the top tiers are just separated from every other
character. If you don't have a worldly power, huh?
What's that say? Nigga, said I like slavery for nigga turn to elephant.
Jack was such a disappointment, by the way. Horrible.
All of them.
Yeah, he have no name attacks, no nothing.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oda gone. Hey, one thing I could appreciate about Oda is the time, like with Big Mom crew, like bro, I did feel like the nigga care about them, bro.
Big Mom Pirates?
Yes, bro. Even look at Craft.
I mean,
it's nice though.
Yeah, like, but except Smoothie, she just existing. She ain't even did nothing yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, we did learn that the Big Mom Pirates did fight some of the CP0 agent like 2 chapters ago, so I guess they're doing something there. But that's about it.
Hell, fine. We still didn't see Smoothie do shit.
Yeah, Smoothie hasn't done a damn thing. Which sucks, but
Smoothie and Green Bull ability is kind of similar. Green Bull probably could be a giant if he wanted to.
He could be a giant. Well, it depends on what his How? It depends on what his devil fruit is.
Because the nigga doing the same shit as Smoothie. He absorbing nutrients.
Oh yeah, true.
Smoothies take the liquid and turn into a giant.
Because Smoothie is the juicer's fruit, and Green Bull seems to do something similar, where he's able to absorb nutrients as well.
I think it might be possible through any kind of transformation that he makes, but I don't think it's gonna be through like a absorption of energy or anything like that. Right? He may turn into a tree, for example.
Yeah, and that's a topic. A lot of people are like settling between the mythical Zoan or Logia, because I think Paramecia is just ruled out at this point.
Wait, why? I think isn't Paramecia literally? Like, this looks like a prime Paramecia type.
No, because he's doing 2 things. He's turning his body into something, and he's also affecting the environment. Paramecias usually come with one set ability.
I mean, except for Katakuri. What is Katakuri's? Isn't he a special?
He's a special Paramecia. But he's he has Logia properties as well.
I almost sure Green Bull is a mythical.
So I think he's either mythical or Logia.
But can't Paramecias turn their environment into their properties?
Unless you're awakened.
Hey,
if you think Green was awakened when he was doing that.
I have a question for you though. How much more Logias you expect in the series?
Probably like new ones.
Oda running out of ideas, bro. Because mythical zones ain't supposed to be more than Logias right now.
Yeah, they are more than Logias right now, right?
So Oda have to drop at least 5 or 6 more Logias.
Yeah, he has to drop a couple of Logias in the series.
You have to drop a Earth Logia. You have to drop the Wind. He could drop a metal logia like a type of liquid metal. No, that's too close to the gold fruit.
Did
The
he
gold
do
fruit is
oil?
not even a logia.
what that
That's
was? That's a
hilarious.
paramecia?
That's a paramecia. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that. So he could drop a metal fruit.
Yeah,
Um,
you think he could do oil?
he could do ash, like volcanic ash, ash.
yeah. Shit.
He could do
Yeah,
It
tar.
depends. There's a lot of things he can do, but there should be
So he's pretty much straight away from elements.
Oh,
yeah, he's straight away from like natural like powerful
because
elements. Like
you can't give anybody them type of fruits because they like rare. Like them I even the ideas limited for them. Unless he can take special paramecia. You expect another special paramecia?
nah, Oda fucked up. That's why he
He's one
created
more.
that paramecia thing.
I was gonna say that.
100%. He fucked up. Nigga tried
He
to
sure
try
did.
to create a logia.
He sure did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just make Luffy a special paramecia too and just call it good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, he could have made Luffy a special paramecia rather than this mythical zone shit.
yeah.
Honestly. But that's like creating a new class of devil fruits. But I don't know, man. Oda just be making shit as he writes.
I ready.
Kind
I want to
of
see. I
cop
want to
out
see.
way of writing, to be honest.
I want to see. What Karasu devil fruit is.
Who?
Fucking
Karasu.
Karasu?
special
It's
Logia. I mean, special
probably
fucking Zoan.
I
Some
don't
special
shit.
even
I
think.
don't know.
paramecia.
I don't even think it that deep. I think this thing is a simple paramecia. I think he have like the link fruit. Like it's like no real shit. Like he could link physically and mentally, like with like just like a kid doing shit with metal, and he could perform like
I see
make
what you're saying, but oh, okay, I see Link.
like the
Yeah, it could be a
link fruit.
paramecia as well. Yeah,
It's a
it's
paramecia. I
weird,
just feel
but
like the nigga don't have
it's
legs. Like his legs get cut off, and it making it
but
look
you
like
gotta
he's a Logia.
remember that this dude was able to talk through crows. Like it's not
Bro,
just
you
linking. He also like
no, he linking with it mentally like a walk from Game of Thrones. You know there's a walk?
yeah, yeah,
So it don't matter how far the crow is. Once he already have a bond, you could even call it the bond fruit. Once you have a bond with the bird, he could link like that's like a drone film, like surveillance and spying and shit like that. His body don't have to beat up. But he use if he do that, his body can't move. Like he can't move his limbs, nothing.
yeah. But I think it's a mythical zone. Like the dude is like turning into crow, and his body is almost
He
like he's a
never
Logia.
fair. He never turned into crows, bro. Even if
No, he
you
never turns into crows, but his body is combined of crows.
he attracting crows. He never turned into a crow.
That's true. He
Sean,
never
didn't you have
turns
like
to
a
a
really
crow.
good theory about that, like a year or two back, where you said like he was part of the people for the amber lead poisoning and he lost his leg, some
Yeah,
shit
I
like
had
that?
an idea that
Yeah,
he was a
you're
part of
saying you're
he
saying
was a
they're
part of Flevens.
parp.
Yeah, that was a good theory. I like that one. That was cool.
Yeah, cause his whole motive is I believe he's a doctor because you know the design is usually go with the like Marco, a Phoenix being a doctor, so this nigga have a plague doctor suit. So I believe he was a doctor. And he from the North
I
Blue.
can see I can see Karis would be nasty though. Like
He,
I'm
he
thinking about it right now.
He from the North Blue. So I believe he was a Flavins. He probably was probably the king of Flavins who do the shit to the people. Probably. I don't know.
But yeah, his fruit is weird though. I would say that.
He have a nice support. It looked like a support devil fruit.
Looks like a support, yeah. It
But
doesn't look like the attack is crazy or anything. Just a
no, it looked
support.
like I don't know how Oda can make it, but you know Oda can make it work.
He can make it work.
He can
He
make
can
it
make it
work.
like a
Just give
giant
them
crow or some shit.
feed them crows drugs and make them big.
Why? Why you gotta feed him drugs, bro?
Just feed them drugs. Like drug seeds or some shit like that.
Yeah.
No, but
Nah,
he have to,
Karasu.
in order for certain of them Revolutionary Army abilities to work, you have to have a martial arts or skill set outside of them fruits. And they have to be complementary to what the fuck your fighting style is.
Yeah.
So if like Bello Betty, she have a spell. If you didn't notice, like that flag is a spell.
Yeah, it's a spear.
It have a spell on the tip. So her fighting style is sparing and different shit like that. And she probably fight almost like a with flips and like a cheerleader almost.
Javelin.
By the way, I think we're gonna have the best transition post arc segment, like post Wano
I end in this 12
in the
o'clock, bro.
series.
Huh?
What time is it?
It's 11:43, so 15 minutes left.
Yeah, 12 outbounds. But I think we're gonna have the best sequence after Wano, Sean.
Bro, this shit about to be
Because
godly, bro.
everything is converging, bro.
This
Everything is
be
converging.
godly, bro.
Everything is converging right now.
Fair.
Everything.
These been the hot.
Like,
These 2 weeks being so hard. I ain't gonna lie. This been hard. Like I fighting.
Yo, sleepless nights, bro. Not gonna lie.
I fighting because I know what around the corner. Oda, see, I like to have Oda, a dude like Oda. I like to have him corner. Every direction he go is something I want to see.
He can't miss. There's the recipe is already here. It's just the delivery now, and it's hard to miss on this delivery.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but I guess since we're on this, what is that one thing? What is that one thing that Oda can go to that you're most forward looking to?
Probably revolutionaries for sure.
Revolutionaries, Sabo.
Boy.
SSG, Vegapunk. What happened to the Warlords? Where's Mihawk at? Where's the top tier like him going?
Century.
Bro, I
Revolutionary as well. But Blackbeard is a close one.
Blackbeard, we know that he was aiming for something. What happened in between the time that what happened to Buggy? Well, it's probably going to be a troll thing, but something happened to Buggy where he got some, crazy clout. What happened there? There's a lot of things.
I even forget.
Do y'all think he got any more of the Shichibukai in there? Any warlords under him? Like
a lot of people were speculating that Mihawk is under him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, no, that's cap, bro.
I mean, if it did, though, if he was though on some on a meme type of thing, it would make a lot of sense why.
But I feel like for sure under him is for sure one of them is Weevil. For sure, because Weevil
might be under him.
He definitely needs one that caliber. I mean, honestly, initially, I kind of dismissed the Mihawk thing, but I don't think I would put it too past Mihawk, though, Like, it's not too outside of his character to kind of want to chill. Maybe just...
maybe he was like, he just found refuge. Yeah, maybe just found refuge under me.
And then then the world government mistake it as him being an underling.
Him being an underling, yeah.
I can see the same thing with Crocodile too, just because they have that connection from Impel Down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny too with the whole Mihawk conversation. Like one of the feats that they could bring us with like Buggies and Yonkos, they could pull up that feat in Marineford where Mihawk tried to cut his ass up and couldn't do shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
He's against him like, yo, he's stronger than Mihawk.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Hey, I was
he had like a stalemate against Mihawk or some shit. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, some shit like they're like, yo, like only Shanks was the only person to match Mihawk in a
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure people like Mihawk wouldn't know that Buggy is not strong at all. Like,
he knows, but like it's just Oda just adding in like, the foolery.
Oh yeah, every top tier knows Buggy. It's the audience that don't.
No, but it's some reason why Buggy become a Yonko. Or even if he get that crew underneath him, something happened though, where he get credit for.
Wasn't he involved with the Giants or something? Like it was something with the Giants.
He was about to get the Giants on his crew at the end of before Wano.
Yeah. What if Elbaf joined under Buggy?
No, not that. That's not it. The Giants were going to join Luffy's Grand Fleet after Wano because Harujin left. Yeah, because Buggy had the Giants beforehand. But Harujin left to join the Grand Fleet, and Harujin recruited those other Giants to join Luffy's Grand Fleet. So Luffy has 5 giants on his crew, which could leeway to Elbaf because they're from Elbaf.
Yeah.
But did you guys see the Road to Laughtail thing?
That Elbaf is happening.
Hey, sir, send that Road to Laughtail thing.
Nah, there's a bunch of information that came out. It's on like the One Piece TCB scans. I don't know where you guys read your One Piece stuff, but they have a few things.
I'm reading that right now.
Yeah, the Road to Laughtail, and it has some information that we mostly know. But there's something interesting about an island that Nami talked about, in which that could be the next destination that we might be going to. It's called Vera. It's an island Nami mentioned beforehand, and apparently it could be a very important island.
I heard though that island is in paradise, so they didn't have to double back around to go to it, right?
I think so. Let me see if I can get the see what they said about it exactly.
I remember they said Vera, Elbaf, and shit.
Lodestar, right?
No, it wasn't Lodestar. It was something.